Welcome, everyone. It's Mikey, Mikey Sus 4. I just found out I have a few more hours left for this month of streaming live. It's supposed to reset after June 18th, so that's actually good news. I don't have to wait till the end of the month. But I still will anyway, because after we see our movies this Friday and then on the 30th, then I'll do a review. This is mostly just to let all my friends know that I don't blame them for uh, you being booted off this last time. I don't blame any of them. So I know things can happen. I know signals are bad. I know that StreamYard does not treat Wi-Fi very well. But with that being said, I'm just going to keep doing my own for a while, and see how it works out. And also, uh, I may go ahead and just I would go ahead and just pop into your chats. Um, not necessarily trying to pop into your panels unless it works. So just keep that in mind. Well, so far I've been blessed, knock on wood, to be able to do Jep Nerdy on Saturday nights, and then Sunday afternoons, if they allow me, I can do a question of track. So those two work, and also I don't have a problem with Gorilla's streams as well when he does his movies on Sunday night at 8 o'clock. So far, those three have been working. But I don't mind still coming to your streams and listening in, being in the chat. So that's what I wanted to say. Is just come out and let you guys know. My wife is making a great lunch, or it's probably more like dinner, isn't it? Almost. My wife is a great cook, and as anti-derivative Jill, who was so nice to come by earlier in the morning. It was very early, but she took a look at some of my wife's portraits, and I said, "Yeah, my wife is very talented." Thank you, my sweetheart.
Is that live?
It is, but it's audio only. There's no video at all. No. Don't worry, honey. I don't do that to you. You know that. So yeah, I'm. We're looking forward to the upcoming movies, The Flash and then Indy 5. So yeah, enjoying it. Let my thing cool down here for a few minutes. Just to let you guys know that I do care about still about Ron, also known as Pop Culture Curator. I know he's going through a lot right now. I hope we raise some money for him. Towards it's a continuous donation. It's to help him so he can get to Arizona, have a place to live. Jedi Bill and Nina, I'm sure, will help him in that regard. They'll be able to accommodate him. Right now, he just needs to get a rental vehicle of some kind. So basically, that's what the donations will entail, so that he can get a rental vehicle and some gas. So if you guys are still contributing, thank you. Thank you so much. What can I say? It's 64 degrees outside today, cloudy in the Toronto, in the GTA over here in Scarborough. It's almost 5 o'clock p.m. here Eastern time. It might be earlier for you guys, I know. Uh, Almost 2 o'clock there. Hey, Dead Man Walking 55. Good afternoon. Uh, do you have a few minutes to pop in? Uh, Talk about whatever you want, or let us know how your road trips went. Let me know. I'll let you come on in. Oh, probably should go ahead and post this the StreamYard link. Give me a minute. There you go. Dead Man Walking says that he's traveled the whole country. He's so screwed up times. Yeah. Still at work, or I would love to. Sorry. No. That's good. I really would. No. I understand, my friend. I don't want to get you in trouble at work, but I'm glad that you're listening. I'm glad that you're here. I really am. Thank you. I always feel it's important to acknowledge when the first person does come to your stream, and anyone who may not have done streams yet. Uh, I found it's very rewarding running errands after work. Oh, okay. For tonight's stream, like to lurk is a lot of work. Okay, Dad, man, that's good. No, I that's fine. If you want to lurk, that's fine too. I don't aim to be on this stream for long. Uh, maybe half an hour, maybe an hour. It's just I was just apologizing just for one thing in advance, and that was because my streams when I do it myself is fine, but when I join other streams and then when there's a lot of people inside, I am finding I got booted by Streamyard, or or maybe for other reasons. I don't know. I'm not. I used to hold grudges on things, but I don't do that anymore. So I said for the time being, I would go ahead and do my own streams, and when I can. Under the free plan of StreamYard, you only get 20 hours worth. According to what I saw today on my account, I still have about 6 hours and 1 minute, so I'm going to try to use them wisely. Hey, Gorilla! Hey, what's up, buddy? Dad Man Walking's here too. He's at work though. He's at work at lurk, or lurking at work. A lurker worker. You're awesome, Gorillas. You really are. One of my best friends, and you both are. But Gorillas has really been there for me. He really has. And Gorillas, good news. I'm gonna be there at least for you on the chat to help out on Sunday when you do the Last Crusade. I want you to see the Alice on duty that does the you know Dr. Schneider. Oh, I appreciate that. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and cover this real quick. Good afternoon, Dad Man Walking 55. You've traveled the whole country. I'm so screwed up on time zones. That's true. I've done a entire cross country of the United States with my lovely wife Suzanne when we went to Arizona from Toronto, Canada. We had to take some transit first, but after we crossed the Canadian American border, we were able to rent a nice Nissan Rogue car, and we took that across the country with 3 cats. Yeah, try that. Yep, there's my StreamYard link. I still work. I'd love to. Sorry, I really would. I know, Dan, man. You got to prepare for your stuff later. Yeah, for your stream tonight. Yep, you like to lurk at work, a lot at work. There's my buddy. Hey, Mickey. Hey, gorillas. Always be a gorilla. That's Gorilla's motto. Be a gorilla. No need for apologies. Things happen. Mrs. kept me going on 2 different streams. Oh my lord, really? Dude, I'm barely happy that I can do one. That's amazing if you can do more than one. You can do 2 of them. Yeah, good for you. Working and lurking. Yeah. Um, I call you the lurker worker. That's what I said. But yeah, sure, that works too. All right, gorillas. Let's see. Yeah, the 20 hours only apply to the streams you hold, and even if you stop your stream at 19 hours 59 minutes, it will let you do another stream. Yes. Oh yeah, I know I did. I read up on the policies and everything. And right now it's kind of hard for us to you know, pay an additional $25 a month. I know that seems cheap, and it does, but it's a little hard on us. It's like Pop says, you know, he's on a fixed budget. He can only afford so much, and that's the same for us. So here in Canada. Now, if I were also able to get on disability, which I hope to do once I get my Canadian non-driver's license or just my Canadian ID next month, then I think we'll be pretty good then after that because we'll be able to receive two disability payments to help us out on our place and other amenities. So say some prayers for us. Wow, the chat exploded. Hi, gorillas. Yeah, Dadman says, come on panel on Sunday. I will, sir. I just like, please, I just keep in mind, uh, it's obvious my Wi-Fi signal has had some glitches, and other people have too. I will come on Sunday. I will. I'll look for both of you for Last Crusade. I'm gonna make fun of you when you see Allison Duty as Dr. Schneider for the first time. Advance warning. Hey, Dad, man. Gorilla says, I think the problem with StreamYards is it does local recording. And at the end of the stream, it automatically fixes connections. Yes. You know what? What I did just a few minutes ago is I reconnected. It seemed like it successfully said it connected with my YouTube channel. So my streams do work. I did a webcam recording or a webcam video earlier in the morning with Antiderivative Jill and Trusty Ape and a couple of other people came in, and they were really nice. They're real nice about it. And Jill says she understands, and she definitely wants. Uh, you know, she still encourages me to come to their streams and stuff. I said yes, so I'll do my best. Uh, you know, I can't promise anything. We have a lot of things coming up. I want to celebrate my wife's birthday for one, and then you know, we'll have a nice brunch and movie at the end of the month, and then right after that, I'll just go and get my Canadian license. I'll get that first. So yes, I learned about Streamyards every day. Yeah, so you can't tell what's happening after the stream. I see. Well, it makes a lot of sense. If you're online, it doesn't count towards your 20 hours. Yeah, I know. I noticed that. So I'm very happy about that. Yeah. Well, but then I think that's where the problem comes in. Because, well, like I said, since I'm on Wi-Fi, I know it's not always the strongest. In fact, I'm kind of doubting what my streams can do with Valerie here, the new connection we have. But it does work for our other internet necessities, so I can't get rid of it. It still works for us as far as other connections we make through Facebook and Twitter and Discord and so forth. So I'll keep it for now. It's very vital. I mean, otherwise we'd be going out. My wife and I'd be going out to the library and trying to connect on streams. Things there, and there's usually a waiting list for people to get on a computer. It's really ridiculous. I mean, you see people lined up or sitting around on chairs just waiting for someone's 30 minutes, or sometimes they take an hour, which is their maximum, and they go the full hour. I mean it. They go like all the way up to 59 minutes to 59 seconds. Going, I still have 1 second. Damn it, let me finish. You know, or that sort of thing. And it can get ugly. It has a few times. But unfortunately, that's how uh, libraries with very short um, supply of new computers, to use them. And some people will purposefully damage those things. It doesn't take much. You can throw they take their snacks with them, most people. And so they could probably accidentally throw soda on there or food or something, and it gets into the keyboard and it's ugly. And does the library care? No. They're getting paid to watch people from stealing books, or books which still exist, uh, believe it or not. And they're just and they are making sure they do their job. And if there's anything vital going on, or I should say anything out of the ordinary going on, they've got security, they got people. But if it gets worse, then they get the cops. So yeah, it's what they face every day. Yeah, Deadman Watkins says, I had a 30-minute hold where my computer locked up. She switched me to her computer when I was going to game with someone. He waited, and the chat had fun, laughing for half an hour. Oh, I'm sorry that you got through that, or that you had to go through that, Deadman Walking. Oh, yeah, well, you know what's great? My wife and I each have a PC. Obviously, you're probably aware of that. And we like to share one game together. We play this game called Klondike on Facebook. We love to share our different lands we've got made up, and um, it's or it's mostly based on like Yukon type adventures. It's very cool. Then she does her own uh, games that she plays, and then of course I play another game, interactive, called Hero Wars, and on Facebook. And yeah, it's nice. Um, they turn out well when they're working, but when they go down, we panic. Or if we have lightning bolts or things that go on around here, it's been raining the last couple of days, so it could have been anything. Yeah, StreamYard too. Yeah, yeah, StreamYard takes a lot to run. Yeah, it does, Gorillas. Yeah, a lot of memory. I notice that too because usually when I slow down, and I know I'm slowing down, then I know that's where my memory on the computer is being full. It's getting full, and then then you have to go and you know, clean it out somehow. I usually just go ahead and clean up mostly. I do a whole thing except for cleaning out my passwords because I need them. My memory's starting to fail a little bit as I go on, as I grow older. Both of ours are. So we've got to have a way to keep our passwords intact. Luckily, they're encrypted and they're protected. So that's the best part, anyway. Yeah. And for the people listening, for $20 towards Pop's fundraiser, I will give you the timestamps of when we got a face reveal from the beautiful Jill. I saw it. I saw what Jill looked like. She's a pretty gal, and she's a very lucky mom and a great wife, I'm sure, to her husband. Yeah, she looks great. In fact, I think Jill and Suzanne were getting along together fine last night. We were showing Jill some portraits that my wife had painted of cats and stuff, and Jill really loved them. She said, "Wow, that's amazing. Your wife is very talented." And I said, "Yes, she is, and she's very beautiful, my wife." And well, maybe we'll put her face on a reveal sometime. You guys will have to pay me money or pay Pop money through me before that even happens. But yeah, that's not a bad idea. Well, back to hell. I mean work. Gorilla, that's fine. Yeah, I don't want to get you in trouble, but I will come to your stream on. It's fine. I still plan on coming to your stream on you and Resolute on Sunday. for that guy from Indiana, the raider who goes on the Crusades and looks for a cup, the cup of Jesus Christ. Oh my God, Jesus Christ! Yes, I get to live long life if I find the darn thing. Hey, lemon pie. Howdy, howdy to you, lemon pie. Good to see ya. Gorillas might have went back to his work, but if not, he'll probably call. He caught you. Hey, lemon. Oh, you said lemon. Oh, you didn't say scurvy. Oh, okay. I think my kindness and morality is rubbing off on you, gorillas. You better tell me different. And of course, lemon says, "Hey, hey, gorilla." And lemon, Dadman Walking 55 was here earlier. He might still be lurking, so just give him a quick shout out too. He might be still be lurking around. I gave him a new moniker. I call him Lurker Worker on the internet. Yeah, lots of fun. Okay, so all right, so friends, you know where I stand. I'll try to make your streams if possible. Uh, I always do. I try that, but I try the best I can. I do have lots of time because I am retired, and so is my wife. So it's wonderful. You know, we can do anything we want, really. Of course, within reason. Yeah, but yeah, it's fun. Oh fuck no! Just a brain lapse from last night's shots. Did you recover? Did you recover, my friend? I hope you did. Boy, you guys were kicking back so many shots. I was surprised, man. I did. I can't. I crawled back after the StreamYard crazy people there. The signal failed a third time. I was so disgusted. I said, "I'm sorry. I just can't be here because they were kicking me out." StreamYard was, but I came back later in the evening, and I was watching some of the backup, some of the replay, and you guys were just. I couldn't believe LDG. He literally like drove to his dinner, and he was communicating with you guys and stuff. I mean, that's LDG, but I mean, just wow. And I saw what was going on from you guys. Oh, I applaud you. You, Jedi Bill, LDG to some extent also, and who else was it that was drinking? There was a couple of you I know. Oh yeah, and I saw Nemesis last night or earlier this morning. I don't know why I'm saying night. It was in the morning. It was very early in the morning, and I saw Nemesis too. So yeah, so it was fun. I just had to get out my frustration. It wasn't obviously it wasn't directed to you guys. It was just to StreamYard and things that happen. I understand, and I know when we get. I found that out too. Gorillas. Oh, Jay, Jay Ben, what's up, Jay
Hey,
bro?
how you doing?
I'm doing awesome. How are you?
All right, all right.
Yeah, I haven't. You're not working or anything, are you? I haven't caught you at a bad time.
Oh no, I don't work. I'm disabled.
Oh, that's right. We're both in the same situation. That's right. We're
Mm.
retired. Oh yeah, we have fun.
You're retired. I was born disabled.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. It's okay. I still
That's
love you.
okay.
Don't worry about that. Don't worry about
Oh,
that.
I love you too. You're a
Oh,
good brother.
oh, thank you. And Suzanne sends her love to you as well.
Well, thank you, Suzanne. Oh, Susanna, don't you cry for me.
She's heard that before. Believe it or not. He was singing "Oh Susanna, Don't You
Yeah.
Cry for Me" because he come from Alabama with the banjo
Oh
on me.
no. Hold on one second. I'll be right back.
Okay. Oh, I better not keep that F bomb up there too long. Okay. Jay Aldrich. He's a great guy. I'm sure you know him, Gorillas. Yeah, he's wonderful. Yeah, he's wonderful. Jay, like I said before on previous streams, he's being very helpful prayer wise. He's got about 5 to 6 prayer groups he's got going for Pop. Um like I said, for myself, I've already notified my folks, and they're Carmelite ministers. Uh,
Okay, I'm back.
oh, yeah. I was just mentioning about your prayer groups that are helping out Pop with prayers
Yeah.
and support. And my
And
mother and father.
brother, it works. It works. We had prayer warriors asking for rain. I said, no, not on the day I was gonna go see Transformer. And shoot, it's rained for the last 2 or 3 days.
Yay! It still has
Now they're
humidity,
saying,
though.
okay, we've had enough. Now we've had enough, Lord. Cut off the faucet.
Yeah, but where's the town you live again? Is it Bastrop, you said, or someplace?
Yep, Bastrop, Bastrop,
Yeah,
Louisiana. It's up in northeast
Bastrop,
Louisiana in Morehouse Parish.
way up there. Yeah. Okay. Almost like in
It's
the corner of the
just
state.
above Monroe and west of Shreveport.
And west of Shreveport. You know, I've always wanted to visit Shreveport. I'm not sure
No,
why.
you don't. No, you
I
don't.
don't. Oh, okay.
No, it's gotten
Okay,
bad.
sir. Thank you. No. Okay. I don't know why
Some are
honestly,
good,
I don't know
some are
why I
bad,
have
but
that
you know
desire.
how it is. Yeah.
Oh, of course. Yeah, we're still in Scarborough. This is a wonderful place for us. We're high enough up in it. We're in a 17th floor story building, as I told you. So we're high enough up. We're on the 13th floor. We may
He's
not
in
live in the best of
Canada.
yeah. We may not live in the best of conditions, but we're happy where we are, and we're just east of Toronto, and we do
Oh,
have
okay.
good transit. We have good transit around here, so we can get around if we need to. That's
So
the best
you're
part.
near Captain Foley, right? Near Captain
I think
Foley? Near
I
him?
think so. Yeah, he said he was. Well, he mentioned. No, I think it was T. Dowd. I think he mentioned he's in Collinwood, so I think he's in the area of Ontario. He's in the province itself.
Oh, okay.
I think he's
Yeah,
the
T
closest
Dowd
to me
is a
because my friend.
what did they call y'all? Canuck or something?
He's a Canuck.
Um,
No. The Canuck is Daniel. Daniel's Hot Topics. He lives over in Vancouver. He's over in
oh,
that
okay.
area. He's a
Okay.
Canuck.
Okay.
He's a Canuck or a
Okay.
Canuck, whatever.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah, that's okay. And then T. Dowd's over there, and he said Collingwood, and I think my wife said she knows where that is. So yeah, he's pretty close to us.
yeah.
I'd love to go actually meet him sometime if he comes back to the Toronto area. He's been here a few times. So I'd love to meet
Oh,
you, T.
all
Dowd,
right.
me and my wife, and hang out and talk about AQOT and other things. And he makes me laugh. He makes us both laugh. I think he's a cool guy. He really is, and he's very subtle. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and as I told you before, my friend, um, I think, and I think that Naomi agrees. I know that they agree with us. The the segment that you and I did with the Wrath of Khan, we couldn't stop laughing. It was so much fun. Cinnamon with Cinnamon, and
Right.
we did the Star Trek for the Voyage Home, and
Right.
we still have stopped laughing
We
from
didn't
that
get to
one.
do Star
So
Trek
that
Five:
was
The
yeah,
Final
that's
Frontier
crazy. But
Sunday.
I can't wait to eat. Oh, good. You're gonna do that then? Cool. Have
No,
they
I
invited you or
said we
said
missed
something?
it Sunday. I'm hoping we can do it this Sunday.
Oh yeah,
She had
Sunday at
to
4:30.
go
Yes.
early. Mm-hmm.
No, I got the Twitter from her. She said that she had a previous that she had worked, and so she couldn't do Sunday. So they put it
Right.
off until the this following Sunday. Yeah, I hope to do it with you, buddy. But to be honest, I want to ask you if you could team up with Zoe, and I'll go down.
There you go.
I want you to. Come on. I hope they do that. I hope they get us in there
I'll,
because
I'll, I'll go with my beautiful Zoe.
that'll work.
Oh, I just love it when she goes, right now, if you'll call 1-800 so and so and so and so Trek Chat, and
Yeah, she
oh, she
says.
just gets me
Yeah, she says.
with the voice of hers.
Yeah, she goes. If you dial 1-900 Talk Trek, we'll have fun
Yeah,
and we'll do other things. Yeah, she's crazy, but fun, loving. Yeah, she's a great gal, and Naomi's well, Naomi's Naomi. I'll just leave it at that.
yeah. I posted on the while y'all were fixing to leave. I put in there, don't miss Trek Chat after dark. She just laughed.
Trendy after dark. Well, that's crazy. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, Dadman Walking 55 says he'll be driving and listening. Don't text or do anything while you're driving. Listen, but don't do anything else, my friend. I don't want you to get into an accident. Dadman Walking
Well,
is very cool. He has traversed, he said, the entire United States. This guy's done everything. Hello at Lemon Pie. Yes, Lemon Pie, our wonderful trooper man. He comes in and he's always there for us. He's awesome. I hope that sometime Lemon decides to come on. I don't know. Have you, Jay? Have you ever, since you've known Lemon, has he ever come on a stream? I don't think he ever has.
I've never talked with Lemon Pie before that
Really?
I can remember because I do
Okay.
have memory problems.
Yep. Dad Man says exactly. Pulling out now in time. I understand. We had gorillas here a bit earlier, and he's working too.
What's the
I don't
topic
want to.
today?
You know what? I was hoping you'd come by, so I want you to choose the topic for us today, and we'll do a little while for that.
Oh, I don't know. Um,
So I'm putting you in the spotlight right now.
well, we could talk about Star Trek or music or whatever you want to talk about, buddy.
Cool. Well, we were.
Or what you're hoping. Uh, let's see. We could talk about the new Transformers movie if you've seen it, or what you think Flash is going to. You're thinking what Flash might be,
Well,
or
that's
anything. It's up to you.
right, right. Well, thank you for mentioning that about the Flash. Earlier this morning, I let Andy Derivative Jill and a couple Nemesis and Trusty Eight, my other buddy Daniel, um, know what was happening and what was going
Other
on with my
brother from
StreamYard.
another mother.
Yeah, my other brother from well, you are too. You're my other brother from another mother. I have lots of them.
There you go.
Yeah, I've got like a list. There's a lot of people spread out throughout the country, basically. One of my other
Yeah.
brothers, yeah, one of my other brothers is an African American. His name is PJ Destin, and he's a singer, and he lives out in Chicago way. And he's doing
Oh,
really well now. He's got some albums out. He's been
oh, he's
appearing
a
in
professional singer.
yes, and he's actually been able to appear on some shows out there, like what's that one series that was called Chicago Hope? Yeah, he was on Chicago Hope.
Oh, okay.
He's done
Wow.
Empire. Yeah, so he's
I love Chicago Hope.
yeah, he did a great job on that for the little for the little time he was in.
I
You know, they
never
always
had
say,
albums, but I had 3 bands that I was in, and we had fun singing. So, 2 people that were singers.
yeah, I was, I was involved with one was called Bobby Cook's Jamioki band, which was a
Oh, I
combination of
love
live
karaoke.
band and karaoke stream on
Yeah.
on the TV, and then we also I was with a jazz band. I forget the guy's name, but I was with his band for a couple of weeks and stuff. We just did like 2 gigs, I think, and then kind of lost touch with each other. So, but it was fun. Um, and of course, I was in church choir for 3.5 years. That was a lot of fun. So,
I've been in
yeah,
the choir
and I sang that.
for since 2010 or 12.
Oh, okay. Wow, that's impressive. Church choir for
Yeah.
about 11 years then, right?
11 or 12 years, yeah. I'm the bass
Amazing.
of the group.
No kidding. You
What?
got that
I
baseball
don't
voice,
have
my
a
friend.
deep, deep, deep voice like bass, but I do the bass for the choir, yeah.
Do you also sometimes do baritone? Because I feel like you could go lower.
I would say about, my group used to say I sounded about 48% of like Conway Twitty. So whatever his range was, I guess,
Whatever his range was, yeah. Okay.
yeah, baritone or whatever, yeah.
Well, I'm just saying that because I can hear it in your octave that you can actually pull a baritone as well as your bass. That's
Oh,
why
dude,
what I was saying.
when we first did a holiday, a Christmas cantata at the church for choir, they
Yeah.
recorded it and we watched it. They sent it to each of us, and I listened to it that night, and I said, "That's my voice," because I've never heard my voice. I think I found something different, and I said, "Oh God, how could they stand that hideous voice?" Oh,
I know. I know what you mean. The first time, the first time I got to, I'm just kind of snacking, so please forgive me. Uh, Suzanne made me or reheated some of the pasta we had last night. So I'm just kind of snacking here and there. I hope it's not offending you. I'm just kind of snacking. Um, what was I saying? Okay, so when I first started singing choir myself, I didn't know where I was going to be placed, but uh, but Christine and Kent Campbell, my uh, choir directors, and they're both really highly talented. Uh, they were in our church. It's called oh, what's the name of the church again? Oh crap, I forgot. Darn it. I'll remember it. I'll have to look again. But and
yeah,
for
I've
next
been to
time.
4 churches. I belong to 4 churches. I can't remember all of them.
Okay, yeah, I only have one Catholic church I was a part of with my parents. They still go there, uh, and so it's a it's a wide church. I mean, it's really huge, and the acoustics in it is awesome, absolutely awesome.
Oh yeah,
Um,
them tall. Yeah. Our what do you call it? The where you have the morning service. Our roof is so tall. You have to get this crane from somewhere, and it rises up so you can change the light bulbs.
yeah,
So I know what you're talking about.
yeah, yes, I yeah, exactly.
And it's
Um,
not a huge church, Mikey. It's like it's only got a few rooms for small rooms for Sunday school, and we have a large room for eating, and then you have um, the chapel where it's huge. It's got a big room. It's got about over 100. We call them chairs because they're comfortable chairs. They're not pews, and um, same for the choir. And
And
we're not a
you're
big
I'm
church,
sorry.
you know. We only got like 19 people left in the church, so we only
Wow.
have Sunday morning services, and that's it.
Yeah,
Because
but
another reason why is because most of our church members live like 40 or 50 minutes away, so we just do Sunday morning service.
wow, that's amazing. Yeah.
Mhm.
You know what? I was going to ask you. He's a minister, right? Is considered a minister,
We call him a pastor. Yeah,
pastor.
we're
Okay.
actually looking for one still. The
Oh,
one
really?
we heard this past Sunday, I'm hoping he'll be asked to be our pastor because he's coming back next Sunday, and he just stirred up the spirit in all of us. And as a matter of fact, my spirit said, "He's home. He's home." I told the
He
church
is
about
home.
it, and I said, "I hope y'all get him because when the spirit says he's home, he's home. You better get him."
Yeah, you better get him. Yeah. I don't know if I told you the story in my life where when I was married to my second ex-wife, and she was actually kinder to me than the first one I had. So I call her by her first name, Teresa, and we got married in a church,
My aid
or
worker's
I
named
should say,
Teresa.
really? Oh my God, that's so weird. That's so weird. So coincidental. Wow. Oh wow, that's weird. Yeah, so Teresa, we got married in a
Were you
small
married to him?
I actually was married
She
to
was married to somebody.
place
Mikey.
minister.
Name
It was a
Mikey.
Baptist
I,
Oh,
place.
oh
Yeah.
my God.
I'm
Oh
not.
my God.
I promise to God. That was
Put your
John.
picture up and let's see if you're the same one.
Wow.
She said, no, no. She said, it's not the same voice, but she was married to a Mikey. Ain't that weird?
John Michael told me
Yeah,
to pick it was called a Mike.
that's very
Oh my
weird.
God.
Yes. Yeah. Well, we got married in a small place over in Oklahoma. This was back in about 1998, I think it was, or so. Only my parents were able to come out to see me get married to her, and she had her whole family there. And the minister that married us, uh, something happened tragically about 6 months later. He went to a family reunion of his in Missouri. Like I said,
Mm,
this is the guy that married us. He's just a minister of their church,
right.
of Teresa's and her family church. And he went to this huge family reunion back in Missouri 6 months later, and then all of a sudden he dies of a sudden heart attack.
Oh Lord.
I know, I you know I know that the Lord works in mysterious ways. I know this
Yeah.
well, but for me to to have him go through that and go pass on like after he just married us 6 months ago or previous, I
Yeah.
was really like I was starting to see the signs. I'm like, God, do you really want me to be a part of this marriage, or are you sending me a sign that
Yeah.
you want me to do something better? I
It's
don't
like
know
a
better than
sign.
that. Yeah, quite the sign.
Yeah.
I also survived when I was there. I survived not one, but two tornadoes, two twisters. One that could have killed
Oh
me in a
Lord.
hotel I was working at, and one that could have killed all of us near her parents. They lived in a town called Fletcher, Oklahoma. And one of these severe twisters cut a swath right through, because you know how Oklahoma and Texas always have
Yeah.
a bunch of twisters, and they have what they call Tornado Alley. And so what happened
I was
was,
about to say Tornado Alley. Yep.
yeah, so what happened was one of those severe twisters missed us by just a mile because we were living at the time. We were living over in Sterling, which is about a mile from where their home was in Fletcher, and this twister barely missed both of us. It almost killed my in-laws at the time. So I was just, I said, well, I don't need to. I don't. I don't need to be struck across my face more than once. Or in
Yeah.
the case of the tornadoes, twice. I mean, even Suzanne and I, when we were driving back, coming back to Arizona to for my parents, we missed two twisters that were right behind us. We were coming through Kansas, and we just got out of Wichita. And while these twisters were like 5 miles behind us, you could still feel the force of the wind and everything as we were driving, on the freeway,
Yeah.
on the highway. And guess what was playing over the radio? Wichita Lineman by Glenn Campbell.
Right.
I know God has humor. I know He does. And I was
Oh
just like,
yeah.
honey, yeah, I said, honey, we better get going. Good thing the Nissan's going really high speed
Mm,
because those
when
twisters like ran into each other. So it was weird.
right, when my papa, my we call him papa, my grandfather, when he
Yeah.
was preaching, he was a Southern Baptist preacher. He never went to a missionary or anything like that. He just started preaching when he was 11 years old, and
Wow.
um, the church that he had helped create, it was just a wooden church, one of those old timey wooden churches. Didn't have electricity, didn't have water. And one day they were having church, and all of a sudden someone came running in and said, "There's a twister coming." And a lot of them were running out, and Papa said, "Everybody just gather together. We'll pray. The Lord will protect us." All of a sudden, they felt rumblings and everything. The windows were shaking, and then all of a sudden, it felt like something was like they were being lifted up or something. And then all of a sudden, boom! And they went outside and they opened the door, and the door uh, jammed on a tree. They had been lifted up, taken over to the other side of the road, and landed.
So they were actually safe up in this huge tree.
Yes, they what? No, they weren't in a tree. They were on the ground. The door
Oh, okay.
just hit the tree, but they had been picked up and landed across the street.
And they all survived, right? Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
That's wow. That's a true
yeah.
miracle. It really is.
Yes,
That's
it
wow.
was.
That's amazing. Yeah.
Yes.
I don't know. I don't know what I could have done. Uh, it was pretty. The second one was pretty well controlled, but the first tornado I dealt with, I was working in southwest Oklahoma City. They call it. They like to divide their areas to southwest, northeast, and so
Uh huh.
on. And so I'm working in Southwest. I'm working at a Holiday Inn, and I'm behind the front desk. And these doors are supposed to be tempered plexiglass, so they're supposed to be pretty strong, unless you have some huge object like a boulder or something go through them. And I'm just standing there, doing my work and everything. And all of a sudden, there was a tornado warning that came over the radio because we had the radio on. I said, "Oh, great. Okay, so where is it going to hit?" Well, it hit our
Right.
area. It hit where my hotel was, and it was starting to tear at the doors. And the security guy came up to the front desk and said, "Hey, we need to keep people away from the doors." I said, "I know," and from the windows and so
Yeah.
forth. I mean, I know about tornadoes, but it was the first time I was actually involved in one, so I had to make sure everybody was safe. And we, blocked it off. Said, "No, no, don't come near here. Don't come near." And I swear to the Lord, I thought that he was going to tear those front doors off and
Mm,
blast in there. And no, and I prayed, and for some reason, it passed us, and the doors were still intact. They weren't broken or anything. They were rattled. I mean, they were shaking,
right.
but they weren't broken. They stayed solid. So I was like, bless. I said, "Bless to you, God. Thank you so much for getting me out of that situation.
Right.
I was really worried." And when I went home to
That
Teresa, yeah,
the house I used to live in before moving to the apartment building where I live in now. One day, we had this storm, and all of a
yeah.
sudden the rain stopped, and we heard loud wind, and then all of a sudden it sounded like a train, and we went to the big old slide windows to our backyard, and
Oh wow.
right up above you could see the little tail end of the tornado swirling, and it just passed us by. I said, "Oh my Lord, oh my Lord." And then the last time I was at the theater when Godzilla 1985, I think, came out with Raymond Burr, and I heard a
Yeah.
loud sound like a train going by. Well, I knew the train just went by. Well, I got up, I went into the lobby, and the manager of the theater said, "Get down! There's a tornado up above us." And I got down, and all of a sudden, crash! I got up when it all stopped, the noise, and the window of the front of the theater had blasted into a million pieces and had thrown the usher across the lobby. Mm,
He carried the
Lord,
usher. Wow, that's insane. Hmm.
right.
Sorry, I had to take a drink of diet soda there for a sec.
Oh,
Um,
uh,
yeah.
Dad
Well,
Man
my
Walking 55. We're in Tornado Alley in Louisiana, so yeah, I know about tornadoes and bad storms. We've had some ourselves.
yeah, yeah. As I mentioned, Dad Man Walking. My wife and I barely missed two twisters that ran into each other as we were traveling on one of the Kansas highways. I think it's I-70. Is that I-70? I think it's I-70. But we were traveling down that, and they were literally like both these twisters were five minutes behind us. And I don't know if you guys have seen Nissan Road commercials, but there's this one road commercial that shows tornadoes or wind following the Nissan Rogue as it's going down the
Uh,
highway in a simulated test. And I said, "Oh God!" So um, at the time, I said, "Oh my gosh!" I remember the commercial as we were driving, and
mhm.
Suzanne said to me, I believe this is correct. She said to me, "Honey, we're not trying to reenact that commercial, are we?" I was like, "No," I said no. But that's when Wichita Lineman came on the radio, and we were actually singing to Wichita Lineman. But at the same time, our three cats, they were going row 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 in unison. They were all upset. But then we found out
Mhm.
why they didn't like our singing.
Yeah. Animals can detect when there's a tornado coming.
They can, but we traveled for almost 7 days, and I think like you
Mm.
know 5 days into it, after we heard so much meow meow meow, and we didn't know why, and then all of a sudden one day we just turned off the radio because we had a big stretch we had to get through New Mexico, I think it was, and all of a sudden nothing, quiet, complete silence, and I'm like, oh my God, the cats didn't like our singing. That's what they were doing. They were meowing the whole time, and then as soon as we shut up, they were like, okay, good, it's quiet."
Oh, God bless. They stopped singing.
Yes, that still makes
You telling me about that car commercial? It
me laugh
reminds me of that commercial of that car
to this
that
day.
song goes.
Yeah,
Um,
I know how cats are very attuned, right, to hearing.
right.
Yeah. So anyway, yeah, Dad Man walked and say he was blessed to miss Colorado. Yeah, they have a few dangerous ones in Colorado too. Though luckily I missed them.
Mhm.
And Dad Mizzle's got to go get the pizza. Have a great stream. You too, Dad Man.
Mm.
Have a good day. Like I said, be careful out there if you're driving. Uh, Gorilla says, tornado comes here. We grab our case of beer and lawn chair.
Yeah,
But Gorilla, you're up there in
that's
Minnesota.
redneck for you.
But you're in Minnesota. Yeah.
We're in redneck
But I guess
country.
they have-
Yeah, that's probably what we do. Yep.
I guess they have tornadoes up in Minnesota too. I've heard that before, but not quite where I expect to see them in Minnesota. But then again,
Tornadoes, they
Yeah.
kind of play like checkers. They have one house, skip another house, skip the hit another house. Shoot.
yeah.
No, you're talking about that car and that Nissan you were talking about, and
that
the wind.
Nissan commercial.
It reminds me of that song, that car commercial song. Oh Lord, won't you buy me a Mercedes Benz? My friends all have Porsches, and I say, Amen.
Yeah, that's a great one by Janis Joplin. I love that song. And she
I
goes,
didn't know who sang that song.
Janis Joplin did. It's called Mercedes Benz. That's the name of the song.
Oh wow, that's a funny
Yeah.
thing.
She says, oh Lord, won't you buy me a Mercedes Benz? My friends all drive Porsches. I must make amens. It's hard in my lifetime to make, to do something to my friends. So Lord, won't you buy me a Mercedes Benz? And then she has a couple of more lyrics, and then of course she goes, that's it. And she laughs at the end. It's just so hilarious. Oh my God. I'll have to play it later. Just to remember it again, because it's so funny. And she did this way a long time ago, before she died. It was one of the last things she did before she did that cover of me and Bobby McGee. That was just before that.
Mm-hmm.
So, because I did look it up, and she was amazing. I really, we were talking before about, just in the other open discussion we had about female artists. That would have been the one I would have loved to meet if I was back there in the Bay Area. Would have been Janis Joplin. That would have been something.
All right.
She was just but she was hanging around with the hippies and all those people down there. And my parents were not hippies, no.
The old thing they were saying about Janis Joplin, that she died from eating a pork chop.
Yeah, she choked. Yeah, they said she choked on it was something in her sandwich, or no, that was Mama Cass. I take that back. Sorry, Mama Cass Elliott. She's the one that died.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Mama Cass Elliott died of choking, asphyxiation, when she choked on a sandwich she was eating.
Oh my God!
Supposedly at the time, yeah, that was Mama Cass. Yeah, Janis, I think, died of of drugs or something, an overdose, I believe.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she was into that hippie culture. She loved. She said at one time in an interview, she said, "I was just learning about this brand new, culture called beatniks," and of course, I was very young at the time, so I didn't know what it was about. But then I started getting older, and I realized I had a singing voice. She wanted to hook up with people, and then she eventually did. So, that's how she got into singing, and then, became so popular for the time, for the the
hippie movement, yeah.
The counterculture that was going on at the time. So, yeah, she was huge. And the other, I would have.
Yeah, that Transformers movie, I just saw it yesterday. It is good. I don't know why people are talking bad about it. It is good.
I'll have to remember that sometime if I get a tornado. Things like that. So, yeah, the tornadoes are crazy.
Yep.
Have you ever been through an earthquake in your life, Jay?
No. My
Then
aid worker just said Monday that they had a earthquake down in South Louisiana somewhere, and I said, "Oh my lord."
what you should do is thank your lucky stars and thank God, especially that you don't go through an earthquake, even
Yeah,
aftershocks.
because this building will go down.
Yeah, it probably would, my friend. I've
Yeah.
been through aftershocks. I've been through an earthquake. My brother got to experience a full on earthquake when he
Oh Lord.
when well this was after I was already old enough that I didn't have to go on vacations anymore. But my brother is 2 years younger than me, Philip. So he went with my folks and my two sisters. They went up there to see my uh, last relatives, my last grandparents that were still alive, and they had a full on earthquake. It was about I think he said it was like a between a 4 and a 5.0 earthquake.
Oh
You know,
wow.
where it shook dishes and windows, and I think it broke a few uh, antiques that
Hmm.
my dad's mother Mary had gone through, and and used
Hmm.
to own, and yeah, it was pretty scary. There were a few cracks outside too, outside their house. It's on a hill. Um,
Oh wow.
and so well, and it's solid. It's solid, brick and and concrete, so it's covered. But but like I said, if the earthquake is anywhere above a 5, it's going to create some cracks. So my dad goes down there
Hmm.
with his dad, and they looked and they saw some cracks in the walls, and they weren't too big, just little cracks. But my brother definitely remembers it. He said, "Where do I hide?" They said, "Well, just go in between the hallway arches. You know where the
Yeah.
hallway connects. Just go between
Right.
the arch there and you know bend down or sit down or just stand against it
Right.
against the wall, and you won't be affected. And if anything falls or cracks above you, it'll fall around you, but it won't fall on top of you because of the archway that you
Mm.
have." So that's what he did. He was freaking though, and then he's looking over at the fireplace. My grandparents had a fireplace, and he's looking over at the fireplace, and well, everything that was on the fireplace shook off, and he started seeing soot going through it. And he was like, "Wow."
Wow.
Yeah, yeah, he went
Every
through
time
that.
I fall, I'm afraid I'm gonna make a crack in the floor.
Yeah, wow, really? Oh my gosh, that'd be crazy. Yeah, he's Gorilla says he's in the northern tip of the tornado alley, my friend.
Yep.
So he goes through it. But that's cool, man. You
Hmm.
grab your case of beer and lawn chair and get the hell out of there.
Mm-mm. Oh no,
and I
he'll
mean
crack a
that.
beer and sit outside in the lawn chair and watch it go by.
Yeah,
I know people that will do that. I've known people that go outside and try to
you're going a
record
little
on their
robotic there, my
phone.
friend. Right?
I said that.
It's okay. I'm
Can you
just
hear
waiting
me
for it to
now?
come back just a little bit. I know you were going a little robotic. There you go.
Let me see
Yes,
if I can
yes.
do something with that now.
Yeah, like I
Can
said,
you hear me?
yes, oh, very clearly now. Yes, thank you. Yes,
I know people that will
I was just.
record it outside on their phone, trying to catch a tornado on their phone.
Oh yeah, like they're amateur tornado chasers, right?
No, just rednecks trying to catch a tornado on their phone,
Yeah, but if you try doing
drinking
that, that could.
drinking a beer
Yeah,
in one hand and trying to capture it on the phone.
I know, my friend, but that could get you killed.
I know.
You never know. You never know which way it's gonna go. I mean, or which path it's gonna take. It's like you said, checkerboard square. It's like jumping, like whoop
Yeah.
whoop whoop. Yeah, the second one I told you that was in Oklahoma. It bypassed my in-laws' place, my ex-in-laws now, but my in-laws' place by uh, less than a mile, like half a mile. And like it was literally
Mm.
on the road. It was on there's a highway that bypasses their house, not too far away, about a mile or so. But this tornado that when it cut through, it took out like three towns. One of them was Delmar, Oklahoma. Then there's a place called Moore, that's spelled Moore, Moore, Oklahoma, got knocked off. And then Del City was another one. And my
Yeah.
in-laws took me uh, and Teresa with us. We went to drive up to Tulsa because they were going to get something there, and we drove through a road that bypasses or bisects the alley, and we saw these towns all devastated and everything. That's the first time I've seen actual live, up close and personal. Excuse me, toward after tornado devastation. It just broke
Hmm.
my heart. It broke my heart.
Well, about 3 or 4 months ago, there was a tornado that started in Louisiana and destroyed an entire town in Mississippi called Rolling Fork, and went through that town all the way through Mississippi and into Alabama and died out. One tornado.
Sorry. Oh yeah. Wow. No, I was just sorry, blowing my nose. I didn't want to be rude. Um, what was I gonna say? Oh, well, there was another tragedy we went through too. We when we came back, this is when on the way back we had already got married and everything, and so we're ready to go back and live here in Canada. And I'm driving up through California. I come across this one little town called Paradise, and it's a beautiful town. I
Mm,
mean, it had seniors, mostly seniors living there. A few families, um, but it was really nice driving through it because I was going to go up through Sacramento and then cross over. I tried to avoid the highways as much as possible because it was just you know too crowded, and it was Labor Day weekend, and I was trying to get up through a different way to get into Canada. We ended up going up
mm,
through into Idaho. It's a town called East Point, and it's on the very almost eastern edge of British Columbia. That's where we went up into. But before that, like I said, we just passed through Paradise, and then literally like a year later, they had severe wildfires that went through Paradise, and it devastated the entire town. That town no longer exists.
mm.
It's gone. It's gone
Yeah.
because of wildfires. And I was saying, and I
Yeah.
thought it was so ironic because I told Suzanne, I said, "Oh my God, Suzanne, we went through," and she couldn't believe it either. I mean, it was like an act of God just went through the town and
Yeah.
destroyed it. And I was like, "Yeah, we went through there, and we saw the people and everything. So I know it existed when we went through it. When we drove through it. It's just a tiny little
Mm.
town. Didn't have a lot. And then the following year, it goes up in flames, and the entire town's gone, and everybody moved out. Just whoever was left alive
Yeah.
got out.
I
So
remember back in I think it was the late 90s,
yeah,
there's this town in Kansas or Oklahoma, totally wiped out the town.
just
And
gone.
when I hear something like that, it reminds me of that town. And then I saw, I, I was watching this man that does this. He's like a amateur storm chaser,
Storm chaser.
and
Yeah.
he has a whole weather radar system in his house, and he does a live YouTube channel videos of him tracking storms. And I was watching it that night when that tornado hit in Rawlings Fork. His people, um, his patrons, donated close to $800,000 that night for him to take to that town.
Wow, that's truly a miracle.
Yeah,
That's incredible. 800,000.
yeah.
Was this a GoFundMe or was it before that?
No, I think it was his patrons, as on his Patreon. thing.
Oh, and his
Uh,
Patreon page. Oh, okay. He was on
yeah,
his
they
Patreon page.
they were donating, and he just couldn't believe how much he was it was getting. It was like 600 or $800,000, and he went down there the next week to help with the cleanup, and he gave to just ordinary people that lost their homes and stuff, and he also gave to the animal shelter, and he gave to the fire department because the fire department was totally wiped out.
Wow. Now
Yep.
that's like I said, that's not only a miracle, but that's true love and compassion for your neighbor.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
practically is wiped off the map. Yeah, that's wow.
Mhm. Yeah.
That's
His
absolutely
channel is
amazing.
actually
Did
called
they get?
Ryan
I'm assuming that they got
Ryan
help to
Y'all.
rebuild from other donation.
Yeah, I'm sure he got
Ryan
more
Knowles.
donations.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
And it's on
Ryan
YouTube.
Y'all. Yeah.
I'm sure he did. Ryan Y'all. Oh, I have to
Mm-hmm.
check that out sometime. That'd be cool.
Mm-hmm.
I'd love to check that out and see what he's about.
He's
Yeah,
got huge
that's
following.
great though. I
Yeah.
mean, I
He's
heard
got
that. Yeah.
subscribers all
Wow.
over the United States.
Yeah. That's that. Oh no, that's awesome. I'm glad he's got.
Hmm.
Us personally, Suzanne and I, we really can't join the Patreon page because we just, like I said, you and me both are on fixed budgets. We can only do so much.
Yeah.
But but that's okay because you got your prayer groups. I got my backup prayer group, my parents, and all the
Hmm.
family there. And I just remember the name of the church that I sang for. It's called Saint Bernard of Clairvaux.
Oh, okay.
He's a patron saint of the arts. Saint Bernard of
Oh,
Clairvaux.
okay.
I looked him up. Yeah. So and he's also he actually interacted with one of my relatives, Jacques Fournier. He ended up becoming Benedict XII, Pope Benedict XII. So I have an
Oh, so
ancestor goes all the
you're
way back to the
Catholic.
papacy. I am Catholic, yes. Yeah, my father's
Okay, I'm
Catholic.
Baptist. Let's
Yeah,
not
that's
go into
fine.
a war now.
No, no. Okay, whose God's better? No, no, no. Sorry. No, no.
You'll sprinkle me with water, and I'll dunk your butt.
Okay. I was thrown into a pool before by a friend of mine. I think he gave me a blessing. It was a doughboy pool. Do you remember those kind of pools? Oh my gosh,
Mm-mm.
that's insane. Wah, wah. Hey, Resolute Germ, what's up, my friend? Hello. How you doing? We're having a little fun here. It's just one of those open streams and conversing with my brother Jay over there in Louisiana. I love saying that state
Yeah,
name, Louisiana. Yeah.
yeah.
Yep. Y'all.
Uh huh. Y'all.
It's
Uh huh.
y'all. That's a good thing. Well, you could say A, for us up here in Canada.
Hey.
Yeah, we're not all A. Hey.
Where I'm from is boy. Boy.
Boy.
Boy.
Bye. Oh, that's where. Yeah, Suzanne was just telling me where she's from Newfoundland. They go boy. That's what they say up there. Boy. Yeah, I can't wait to see her where she was from. We hope to do that this fall. Is take a trip over there with the cats and go to St. John's, and I want to touch the Atlantic Ocean. Damn it, Christ Almighty! I was so close when I was trying for the Navy, and I thought if I could get into the Navy and sail the seven seas, yeah, and I would have had a shot at going over to Pensacola. That's where they were going to assign me after I got through basic training, which unfortunately I didn't get through basic training, but that's okay. But they were planning to send me to Pensacola to the naval yard there in Florida, and I was gonna work on the ships there and stuff. That would have been cool. I would have loved to have done that. Then I would have had a
Yep.
chance to put my finger or foot or whatever appendage I had, put it into the Atlantic Ocean and say, I touched
Mhm.
the Atlantic.
I've touched the Gulf of Mexico.
Oh, that would be awesome. I would love to go down there. I'd love to see the Gulf. Gulf Shores, Alabama. I used to, you know how sometimes the Gulf of Mexico can get, hurricanes and stuff too. And I
Hmm.
just remember this, yeah, and I just remember this one time I was booking hotels. I did a lot of that in the travel industry for about 13 years. Said that they thought there was an upcoming hurricane that was going to come by, and it was going to come very close to where their place is because it's near the ocean. You get oceanfront views and everything. I said, "Well, what do you want us to do, sir?" And he says, "Well, he says we heard there was a hurricane warning, and it's covering for 48 hours." He said, "In the next 48 hours, we'll find out if the hurricane actually hits our resort, and if that happens, we'll give you an emergency email or emergency call from our property, and then you're going to have to move people that might have bookings with us to other locations." I said, "Okay," because I was working in the group bookings part at that time. So we waited. My boss waited and waited and waited, and finally, about I think it was like 36 hours in, the director says, "Oh, well, here's the good news. These people that have bookings, they can keep them because we just found out the hurricane's just going to miss us by about, 20, 30 miles. And if anybody else still wants to stay here, just tell them, be advised that there's going to be some high winds sometimes and high tide, but, you should still be able to come here and stay, and then everything will die down
Right.
Uh, and we like, well, they told us to give fair warning. Oh, excuse me. Gosh, I got bad burp. Sorry about that. So they were going to go ahead and most of the people we had booked in decided to cancel their reservations and move it up a little bit, further west, up the beach, up the shoreline there, so they would avoid it because the hurricane was bypassing Gulf Shores and going over to the east side of it. So I think, yeah, about 20 miles from. So we said, okay. So and then the director said, "Well, can you get us some more rooms?" I said, "Well, we have a couple groups that we're gonna think about coming down there," and that's what we ended up doing. We booked a whole group, one of those two that was
Right.
hoping to go down by the beach. So we did luck out, and the director got to make his money, and so it was a win-win. And we were just lucky though
Yeah.
because yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, if the hurricane had hit them, they wouldn't have had anybody there, or they would have evacuated within 12 hours of knowing when it's coming, and that means the entire resort would have had to evacuate. So nobody would have been staying
Right.
there at all if they knew if they knew, why am I saying hurricane? If they knew that if the oh yeah, hurricane, sorry. Um, if they knew the hurricane was coming, so they just got lucky. Um, I had a few incidents like that with some properties like that on the beach, but normally they're very secure. Um, they batten their windows down and close things down and make sure everything. They set up barriers, personal barriers, so that when the seawater hits or whatever, it'll bounce off the barriers and then harmlessly go
Right.
back into the beach or whatever. So yeah, yeah, we had a few problems like that, but nothing too serious. I can honestly claim I didn't lose a single guest to any sort of disaster, any natural disaster. So I'm pretty proud of that in all the years I worked. I'm really
Yeah.
proud of that. Thank God. Thank you, God, for that. That I didn't put anybody in danger. Yeah, where I some yeah crazy. You
Yeah.
ever have well yeah you guys when Darren and Baxter when you guys have and I know where you're at of course but when you guys have your occasional hurricane do you get like you get a lot of rain severe flooding right that sort of thing.
We don't suffer the hurricane. When the hurricane comes up here, it's downgraded into a tropical storm or tropical depression. So we get heavy rains and strong winds, sometimes
Yeah,
hail.
sometimes hail. Yeah, that
Yeah,
icy stuff that drops and
yeah.
can damage cars
Occasional
and stuff.
tornado watches. Yeah.
Yeah, but you don't get it. But do you get any severe flooding once in a while?
Uh, Monroe gets a lot of flooding with it because of the area that they're. Some of Monroe is in a lowland area.
Right.
There are some streets that will be flooded around here, but I've never been flooded. Thank the Lord.
Huh.
Good for you, Darren.
Resolute Jern, yeah, he's got.
Days off.
Is that a 5 or a 3? I can't. My glasses. I can't read well without my
5 days
glasses. Let me
off
grab
starting now, so I'm doing pretty good, he said.
that. That's good news, Resolute.
Yeah.
Oh, beautiful. 5 days off. Wow. That's awesome, dude. You know, you can come into the panel if you want. If you got all that time. We're just talking
Yeah.
about just
Anything that
about
comes up.
anything
Yep.
right now. But it's awesome. You and me, we're permanent. We got all days off.
I tried doing. I was thinking
Which
about
is not
doing
a
a
bad
live
thing.
stream, but I don't know how to do it.
Like he's on our screen here. Um, yeah, no worries. Hey, Mikey and panel and chat. Hey, Kronos. It's good to see you, buddy.
Hey, Chronos.
Yeah. I normally I haven't seen him on my streams, but this is I think yeah, Kronos. This is your first time. Uh, Gurla said, what you do to get suspended for 5 days? Uh,
Like
slap
your
your
supervisor.
supervisor? I don't know, Gorillas. Ask your buddy. He's your brother in arms, Resolute. Ask him why he gets 5 days off. I'm sure he earned it, but you never know.
You
Let
had a
me put my
mosquito
glasses
on your
on.
cheek.
Ah, oh, oh, wow, that's amazing.
Mosquitoes
He
are
says you
bad
can
down
make
here.
yeah. Chrono says you can make first time jokes. Well, I don't want to. I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna make a joke right immediately, but I do say to this day that I'm still amazed by your Maximilian robot from the black hole, from Disney's The Black
Hmm.
Hole. I am still impressed by it. Maximilian, I would never want to meet him in a dark alley. Let's put it that way.
Mm-mm.
And you know what the scary part is that as we're building AI robots gradually, someone is going to get psychotic enough to build somebody like Maximilian, and I don't want to deal with
Yeah.
that. I'll blow up the thing first. I'll shoot a bazooka at it or something first. Yeah, if I saw something like that, hello, I need a big bomb. Thank you. Yeah.
Self-destruct the ship.
Yeah, he just ended up on an asteroid. You've seen the movie, right? I'm assuming, Jay?
Yeah.
Black hole? Yeah. And he ends up on an asteroid with flames and everything. He's truly in hell. And the guy that plays him, Maximilian von Schell, I guess it is, the scientist, he's inside him. So I was like, oh, wow.
Oh
That,
wow.
that got dark. Yeah, that got dark very fast in that one. And you know
I
what?
like the
You
little
know,
robot
did you
in the
know?
movie.
He was. I made it myself. Oh yes. Uh, yeah. He says thank you for the avatar compliment. No, you're welcome, Kronos. I mentioned it to you before. Some in a distant streams ago. I said that it was an awesome avatar, really, and it reminded me of Black Hole, which reminds me, of Black Hole, that had Sir Anthony Perkins in it from Psycho. That was a great
Oh,
compliment to
yeah.
him. Yeah.
It's been a
Let's
long
see.
time since I've seen it.
Gorilla says, "Let him. I want a porn star." I knew exactly what you were saying, Gorillas, but you misspelled it. That's okay, because I love you, brother. I would make I don't like to correct mistakes, but yeah, a porn star AI robot. Okay, okay. Gorillas needs to be droned.
Yeah,
Drunk.
they said there's a gay porn
Well,
star in the Little Mermaid.
yeah, but I'd still like to he's the drinking buddy you want to have, right? Just kind of be around you. Oh, that was the other day. Yes, he dreamed Chronos over 7 hours. I talked to Anna Derivative Jill earlier this morning,
Wow.
and she was still awake. And I said, I did a
7 hours.
webcam, and she was like, "Wow, yeah, 7 hours." She said they raised about $300, Jay,
Wow.
with all the drinks and everything. Who says I'm not Kronos?
Uh-huh.
And of course, Kronos laughs at him. And then he says, "Did LDG survive?" That's a good question. I don't know. When I looked at the stream at the very end of it, all was left was Jill, maybe LDG, but he wasn't showing himself, Pop, and one other person. I think Jedi Bill. I think he closed out towards the end of the night. So Auntie Jill was hilarious. Yes, yes, she is. She was very kind to
Yeah,
come to me in the
that
morning. And
reminds me
yeah,
of Blaze TV has this Ring in the New Year where they will take shots every every
minute.
minute
Wow.
for a whole hour.
Yeah.
Oh God, you should see the drinking they're doing. Oh man.
Are they hilarious? Yeah, good stuff. Yes, it was Kronos. Yeah. I hope that we can do, but you know what? We need to give Gorillas. I need to give my buddy. If it were me, I'd give him a couple weeks to recover,
Uh-huh.
and then do another pop fundraiser, and just see what he does to himself. He needs to recover.
Mhm.
He's done so much for pop, and yeah, and a lot of us have, and we're just so blessed to have friends like that on the internet and all around the
Amen.
world and YouTube. Amen. Absolutely. Uh, yeah, pop should get some more money. Yes, Kronos, it's true. Um, like I said before, Jay came on. I hope that we get a bit more money to help him get his rental vehicle. A bit more money so he can have some gas money
What is it on?
to
Maybe he
get
can
there
do
on Google Maps.
a Kickstarter or something, whatever it's called on the internet, where you can donate money. Maybe he could start
or
one of
or
them.
or a GoFundMe.
Yeah, GoFundMe.
Yeah, or a GoFundMe. Yeah, Kickstarter or GoFundMe. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I was thinking. GoFundMe. Yeah, yeah. And Gorilla says,
Blanket. Let's do
F
another
it.
one. I still have booze.
Well, do is talk to your friends after you've sobered. Like I said, gorillas, what you need to do is get a hold of Pop and say, "Hey, Pop, how about in a couple more days we'll go ahead and do another one? And I got plenty of booze. I don't want it to go to waste." That's all you have to do, my friend. Just tell him it, and that it will go to a great cause for Bob. Yeah, I'm not wearing a tutu, however. Who would put a tutu on you, Kronos? Seriously? I wouldn't do that to
Tutu
you. I don't
walking
know.
to a bar.
So funny.
Have you heard about the dog that walks into the bar? The three-legged dog that walks into the bar and says, "I'm looking for the
Tutu.
man who
Oh,
shot
man.
my paw."
Let's see. The freeze up. There we go. Yeah. So gorillas can spank me drunk? Is that what he said? Spank me? Oh, yeah.
Spank
And
me drunk? Okay.
Jedi Bill did.
Very good.
Oh, wow. I can't believe that. Jedi Bill asked you to wear a tutu? That's insane. He must have been really stinking drunk himself at that point, asking you to wear a tutu. Oh my gosh. That's crazy.
Mikey,
Yeah,
the
he
next
said,
time you come down to the south, you need to try a bowl of gumbo.
oh, yeah, yeah. Um, I think Suzanne did when she was in New Orleans. Did you eat gumbo, honey? Did you have a thing of gumbo? Yeah. Did you have gumbo when you were in New Orleans?
Yeah.
You did. How was it?
It was good.
It was good?
And I learned how to make it.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's right. Yeah, Suzanne said that she had gumbo when she was in New Orleans when she visited from Canada to New Orleans, and she knows how to make it. I've had it, in fact, a couple times.
Mm.
So, yes, I love gumbo. You have to have the right
Have you,
ingredients to make
have
it,
you
though.
ever had etouffee or jambalaya?
No, not jambalaya. I don't think I've had jambalaya. I've had gumbo, but not jambalaya. So maybe, yeah, when we get down there, you can introduce me to jambalaya. I'll give it a try.
There you go.
Yeah, Suzanne can't because she's now, she found out she was allergic to shellfish and stuff, so she can't really do it. But
Uh-oh.
I can try it. Yeah, but I can try it.
You don't
Uh,
have to have shellfish. You can just do chicken and sausage.
well, she would probably go ahead and just do sausage because she also is allergic to chicken, unfortunately, my friend.
Oh my God, she couldn't survive the South. We have fried chicken all the time.
That's what I heard.
And chicken and dumplings.
Yeah, yeah. Well, as long as you serve something with just sausage, she'll have that. Or you guys do mashed potatoes, right? Or baked potatoes,
We
they
do
call
baked potatoes. We do mashed potatoes, potato salad.
them. Yeah. So Gorillas responded to Chrono saying, "I don't need to be drunk for that. Uh, Gumbo is good.
Next time
Yes,
you
it is,
come down, you
Kronos.
need to switch the chicken and the gumbo with squirrel.
Ooh, squirrel? Ah, I don't think I've ever eaten squirrel. Is it like
Oh,
chicken?
it's good.
Oh, wow. I tried to make it
It
once,
tastes like
Kronos
it
said.
tastes like chicken, but a little like chicken. It's just got a teeny tiny wild taste to it.
Oh, oh, that sounds interesting. Squirrel. Okay. Well,
Yeah.
we'll plan for some future edibles then. Kronos said, "I'm not Southern, however. It's okay, Kronos. You don't have to be Southern to make gumbo. Dang allergies. I know. That's gotta suck. Yes, it does. Greetings, everyone. Hey, John DeMarco. How are you, our Jet Nerdy host? How are you? It's great to see you, my friend. Both of us,
Hey,
Jay and I.
John.
Yeah, great to see you. Hey, DeMarco.
The
Never
Star
had
Trek
squirrel.
master himself.
Yep, the master himself. As I'm glad he's in the stream. Thank you for coming, John. Never had squirrel. Nope, me either, Kronos. But Kronos,
Try it,
have you ever?
try it in dumplings. Squirrel and dumplings is great.
Yeah, I heard that. and I want to try it. I do. When we get down to see you, I definitely want to try it. Um, yeah, Kronos. But I'm going to ask you this question, Kronos. Have you ever had rattlesnake meat? It tastes like chicken. You ever try rattlesnake?
Almost anything tastes like chicken.
Yeah, it does though. I thought it was chicken, but my buddy of mine, Larry, said it was
Deer
rattlesnake
sausage
meat.
is great.
Yes.
Deer
Uh,
hamburger meat, deer sausage, deer steaks. Oh, it's so good.
yeah. Now my wife could eat deer meat. She's used to it. I think she even ate moose. I think once moose meat. I think she told me she did. Yeah. So I would have. I'm willing to try moose too. I want to see what a moose tastes like. um, yeah, I'm open to oh wabbit.
Wabbit.
Yeah,
Okay.
rabbit's not too bad. Rabbit meat is not too bad. We have a desert hare in Arizona, and one of my cousins made it or cooked a desert hare, which is like rabbit. So yeah, Jeff Nerdy
Oh,
Kronos.
we've got to introduce Kronos to Jeff Nerdy.
We absolutely have to. Well, John DeMarco is in our chat. So John, my buddy, our buddy, want to help introduce Kronos to Jet Nerdy? Tell him what it's about. That would be helpful. Of course, we can describe
Have
it,
him come
but
up and talk to him about it.
ourselves. Anyone seen the show Bizarre?
Bizarre Foods. No.
Yeah, no, I've seen it. Yeah, it was on Discovery. Yeah, Bizarre Foods was on Discovery Channel, wasn't it? I think it was. I think it was on the Discovery Channel. It was the cable channel. I have seen it. I know I've seen a few. Everything sounds good to me. Well, that's good. Yeah, I was there a few times. Cool. Okay. Let's see. I know I skipped too far. We'll see what happens. Oh no, here we go. Sounds like a show about Jeeps. Oh, the bizarre foods. Oh well, no, it involves a lot more than that. There. Let's see. Which would explain why Bird is usually there. Yes, Bird of Prey 5, and Mama Prey. John, let this on to don't let this on to Bird, okay? Because he's cool. But I think sometimes that Mama Prey has a I think she's a secret helper. And gives him a few answers. She sounds like a I'm serious. She sounds like a downright follower, just like her son. So I think they help each other, which I'm sure that's not illegal. I mean, it's not illegal
No,
by any
Bert is
stretch.
pretty good at generally by himself. Oh, yeah, he's
Oh
good.
yeah, he does great by himself, but I know that sometimes he's been having a difficult time, and maybe Mama Pray helps him out. Like I said, it's not a bad thing. I just on the Travel Channel. Oh, it's on the
I,
Travel Channel, right? Kronos, thank you. Yes, thank you for the correction. Thank you for correcting
I
me.
think when you hear Mama Bird of Prey, she's I think she's homeschooling their child or something.
Right. Yeah, Mama Pray rocks. That's what Kronos says. And then John says, "Yeah, Mama Pray is the best." I would honestly, both of us, I'd like to meet her, you know, because I like to think that I have a lot of adopted moms out there. I know it's great when my mother adopted Suzanne and said, "I love you," and she said, "Well, I love you back, mom." And it was such a
Mhm.
wonderful
That's
moment.
good.
Yeah, so it was a great time, wonderful time. She has good tales of prey. Yes, yes, she does. She's very astute and thoughtful, uh, and she does pray for all of
Mhm.
us all the time, and as we do for her and the family. And yeah, she's wonderful people.
Yeah,
She's good people. That's what I like to say. She's good people. And
yeah.
of course, John is very very good person too. I uh,
Yeah.
I told John there was this wonderful Bible quote I heard back in the day when I was living. It was on a broadcast station called Channel 10, Cool FM they called it, Cool TV. One of the last quote they always said at the end of the day, because I would purposefully sometimes watch their sign off for the end of the day, and then they would do this
Mm,
Bible quote, and the quote was, "Blessed is the nation whose God is the Lord." And then they did their
mm,
sign off code, and that was it. And I never forgot that. And I was like, I met one of the anchors. Yes, I met one of the anchors, Bill Close. He used to say that at the end of every broadcast he did as a news anchor. And I said to Bill, I said, why do you say that Bible quote at the end? He says, well, he says it's a secret. He says, we're not supposed to tell. It's a trade secret. I said, oh, okay.
mm.
So that's how I accepted it. I figured that was their news trade secret. That's what they were going to do, keep it a secret. I said, but it's a great quote. He says, of course it is. He says, we wouldn't have chosen it if we didn't, think it was prominent, and it fits every situation. Thank you, John DeMarco says. And let's see, Resolute says, if Bird didn't cheat, there would be something wrong. But then he says he's cheating, or that we're cheating. I'm like, I'm not cheating. I don't cheat. I only know what I know, and I realize I don't know much about. Well, I know some things about Trek, but not everything. I think I'm researching the wrong information. So when I, so
Well,
when I play, I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing. Chrono
well,
says I haven't read the
don't
Bible in
answer the
decades.
question if you don't know it. Just pass. That way you wouldn't have over 2,000 points.
300 points negative.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. Yes. No, I'm gonna pass from now on. I wanted to feel like I was participating a little more. As I told you,
Well,
Jay,
you're
I've been
still
experimenting.
participating.
Yeah. No, but I want to feel like I'm contributing too. Like trying to throw an answer
Well,
or
you
two out
do.
there.
But I'm on pass if I don't know it.
Yeah, well, there you go. I got to start learning that myself. I think it has a little to do with pride. So if I get rid of my pride, I'll be doing good. I did like Job. Oh, that's fine, Cronus. Uh, you know, I know, I've known some people over my lifetime that don't even read one page of the Bible, haven't read it even once. And you know what? Oh,
Yeah.
excuse me. Sorry. And you know what? I don't fault them. I really don't. They have their ways of finding God. God can be
Yep.
found not only through a book, through such as the Holy Bible, but He can be found in all things, in all things of life, and through all many wildlife and sea life and everything. So you can find,
Without God, we
what
can
I
do
say
nothing.
is, if you can find God in everything, it's a beautiful thing because you're respectful of God and what He's created, and it's awesome. Poor, what's that thing? Poor dude. Yeah. Yeah, Job. Job went through a lot. I love the book of Job. I really do, actually. It
Yeah.
was one of my favorite chapters of the Bible.
Yeah. I just
Strategic
got to reading
passing.
it.
Yeah, strategic passing is the key to victory. That's a very helpful tip,
Mhm.
John. Thank you. Yes.
There
Well,
you go.
it's like Jay and I both said. If we don't know it for absolute sure, yeah, we'll pass. I'm going to do that from now on. I might have a lot of
Yeah.
passes in the game, but I still want to end up with a positive amount so I can play Final
Well, think
Jeopardy.
of it like this, Mikey. If you at least have 100 points, you can play Final Jeopardy.
Oh, well, you do you remember that game, that the only one that I won so far? I was down
Yeah.
to, yeah, and I won with, I think it was what, 200 points at the end, because the
Yeah.
guy who played me, hint hint, bets everything,
I
and
don't
I
know
didn't.
why they think they have to bet everything. You don't have to bet everything.
Yeah, but the point was, I was so shocked because Final Jeopardy question. So I put my amount and answer down, and I
Mhm.
said, okay, I'm thinking, I wish I could remember who it was, like, just waiting, and then all of a sudden he lost because he got the answer wrong, and because I also got the answer wrong, but I didn't bet that much. So then when I ended up with 200 points and I was the winner, I was like, oh my god, I was still in shock. I still have that
Yep.
game recorded in
Mhm.
YouTube. I could find it. Maybe find out how I did so well in that game. Resolute says,
Yeah.
wise man once said, if you're not cheating, you're not trying. I'd like to find out which wise man that
Oh
is.
my lord.
uh, Someone was cheating? That's what Kronos said. Um, Weird Al made a great song. Yes, he did, about Jeopardy. Yeah, he had to get permission from the Greg Kihn Band. They spelled that Kihn. That band no longer exists, but at the time, yeah, um, he had to borrow uh, their lyrics from, my love's in Jeopardy, baby, that song, and so he made it Jeopardy as the game. And I thought that was so hilarious because he had major negative points in that video. You'll have to look for it because it's so hilarious. And he has major negative points. You don't even get our home game. You don't even get our set of encyclopedias from, Random House and all this stuff he never would get because he had such negative numbers.
Mhm.
It's a funny. I don't know if you've seen it yourself, Jay, but it's a funny as heck video.
I don't
And it's
think
called
so.
Jeopardy by Weird Al. Yeah.
I
Hell yeah,
remember
you
the
do.
game show that he had in UHF, and the lady's picking the box, and the hostess is picking up the box, and it's nothing. He says, "Nothing, absolutely nothing. Stupid! You're so
I,
stupid."
I remember UHF. That was hilarious. That's a great movie. It really is. I think it's underrated. Not many people
Yep.
know of it, and other than you and I'm sure a lot of other people do, but not many. And it's definitely one of those underrated comedic films. And I think
Well,
Weird
it
Al was
came
great
out
at.
at a bad time. It had so many movies in front of it, like Batman. I think it came out in 1989 or something. It had
Something like that.
Batman. It
Yes.
had several others. That's the reason why it died. They shouldn't have put it on the same time as Batman and stuff. Shoot.
Right. They shouldn't have competed or allowed it to compete against those films. Yeah. No, I agree with you.
Hmm.
Okay, Kronos. Ooh. There you
But
go.
now it's become a cult classic.
It is. It's a cult classic. But Kronos, I think he did that because he wanted to hear me sing the ooh part from Jeopardy. Yeah, guess who just won? Not me, but someone did.
You know?
$200,000. Yeah, not me, but someone did. Gorillas. That's funny,
Chronos
buddy.
Jeopardy is just like playing the regular Jeopardy game.
It
It
is
just has
Kronos.
Star Trek questions. It
Yeah,
even has
just
the little bleeps when the board first comes on,
oh wow,
and they
that's
play a
great.
Final Jeopardy theme at the end when we're doing Final Jeopardy.
Yeah, and Jeff says kapla every time. Well, oh, he forgot one time, and I reminded him. I said, "Professor, you forgot to say kapla." It was in the first game, and he said, "Oh, wow, okay." So then he said it the next two times, the next two rounds he did. but he did forget once. I'll remind him if he ever needs me to. Um, let's see. Resolute. Okay. He says that's a quote from the great Eddie Guerrero. That's how you pronounce his last name. Guerrero. Gotta trill those R's. The two R's. Well, only if you're in Spain or in Mexico. Or anywhere in the Central America field. Guerrero. We'll just go with that. Baby. It's a great song. It is. You had the right voice. Thank you. Kronos, you're very, very nice to say that. I bet my friend over here could do it. Jay, you know the part where he goes, "Ooh, my love's in jeopardy." That was good. That was good, my friend. That was a good shot. Good, 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 good. There. Now you've heard us both do it, Kronos. Now you have to come join us or do something to offset. Yeah, last night I was at the pop fundraiser. I was offering to sing, and LDG for some reason kind of rebuffed me and then said, "Well, look, for $10, I don't know if I should have been offended by that. I don't know. It's okay. I mean,
Oh no.
most
Maybe just didn't want to hear you
people
sing. I
like
don't know.
singers and some don't, and that's
Some
fine.
don't.
I was didn't give LDG another $10 to pop, so yeah, that doesn't bother me. But I would have, like I said, for $5, I would have told anybody, "Hey, look, have me sing a cappella anything, like any song, and if I do well,
Oh,
then donate $5 to pop." I could have made them at least. I could have made them at least $50 more, if I had at least
yeah.
10 requests, and if my signal didn't keep going out, I
For
could have sang
$5,
at least
name
10
this
times and
tune.
made them $50. Yeah, it's $5 name this tune, right? And I'll sing it a cappella, and then you'll be like, I don't know what it is. So then donate $5. That would have been helpful too. That was that old. Do you remember that series? Name that tune.
Oh yeah. I can
Oh
name
my
that tune in 5 notes. I can name that tune in 1 note. Go for it.
god. Now there was no there was one person. I do remember this. There was one person who named the song in one note. Just one.
I know
Like
several of them that named it in 1 note.
yeah, right. And it's pure guesswork at that point.
Then there was
Yeah.
another game show called Face the Music.
Face the music, yes. I remember that seeing that too. Yes.
I think it was Face the Music that oh, what's her name? Kathy Lee was the singer.
Kathy Lee Gifford, yes. What she
Yeah,
did was she had a backup group behind her, and then when
yeah, the
they
band.
gave her the
Yeah,
signal, she sang the song. Most of the time,
yeah.
most of the times, she sang like oldies, like 40s, 50s,
Mm,
60s. But she has the singing voice. She's very talented. I don't know. Is she still with Frank, or did they separate? I thought
Frank
she was
died.
with Frank. Oh, that's right. I'm sorry. Yes, rest in peace. Yeah, Frank Gifford. Yes. Okay, he died. So then Kathy is still alive, right? She's on her own.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
She just
You know.
lost Regis Philbin, her late co-host.
Yeah, that was sad
About
too.
I think he's been gone for about 5 or so years.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Face the Music. Yeah. Yeah, that was sad about
Yeah,
Regis too. Yeah, Regis and Kathy Lee, I remember. And now she's with Michael Strahan. Michael Strahan.
yeah.
He's nuts. I, I don't know. I lost it when when Regis passed. I didn't want to
You
see it
hear
anymore.
Whoopi Goldberg wants to host Wheel of Fortune after Pat Sajak leaves.
I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on a sec. Honey,
What?
have you heard a rumor that Whoopi Goldberg wants to host Wheel of Fortune after Pat Sajak leaves? of Fortune after Pat St. Jack retires?
I just found out.
Well, yeah. So Jay just told me. I'm sorry, honey. I don't mean to interrupt.
Okay.
It was on
Yeah.
Culture
So
Casino's
thank you for
channel this
telling
morning on
us,
his
Jay.
news brief. You there?
I just lost you there, Jay. Yeah. Oh, there you are.
I
No,
said
I
that
must have lost you
Culture
for a minute or two.
Casino had it on his news brief this morning.
Culture Casino. Oh, okay. Yes, I know about Culture Casino's channel. Yeah. Well, that's interesting.
Yeah.
No, Suzanne just told me she only found out yesterday, the other day, that Pat was going to retire after this last season, after it starts in September. It'll be
Yeah.
his final season.
Whoopi Goldberg
He,
throwing her name into the ring.
wow. Now that would be interesting. What about Vanna White? Is
I
she
think
going to
Vanna
retire?
White should do it.
Well, I think so too. But you know what? If Whoopi decides to do it, I think Vanna White, just for the sake of continuity or just moving on, should go ahead and retire at the same time as Pat should.
Oh, I see that now.
Well, she don't want to retire so far. She said that I know she's hoping that she gets the host, and I think it should be Vanna White as the host and have a man turn the letters.
Yeah, maybe do a role reversal. Yeah, that'd be cool.
Mhm,
Yeah, Suzanne just saw it on The View. Because Whoopi
mhm,
Goldberg does The View, so she announced it on The
mhm.
View that she wants to be the
Yep,
new host. Yeah.
yep.
Well, you know what? Like I said, why don't you have Whoopi? I wouldn't mind Whoopi doing it. Seriously, I like Whoopi Goldberg. But, you're right. I think they should have her host it and they get a man to change the letters. Maybe some guy like Channing Tatum or something.
Or give it back to Chuck Woolery. He started it.
But he's too old to do it now, Chuck Woolery.
Yeah,
He's too old.
yeah.
He is. Come on.
I loved him
Uh,
in Lingo.
yeah. Well, you know what?
You ever see
As
that game show
because
Lingo? It's
Jeopardy.
kind of like bingo.
Yeah. No, I've never seen that one. Honestly,
Oh yeah, that was
no,
a fun show.
yeah, I haven't seen that. Chrono said you can sing like a group of islands. Okay, I'm not sure what you mean by that.
Okay.
I can sing without music and no rhythm, just not well. Okay, so he's talking about a cappella probably. Yeah, no, I feel like I'm a decent a cappella singer. Not the greatest. In this case, let's say if I wanted to sing something, I know that Jay's experienced and he's been singing choir and stuff a lot more. So I'd probably just go lower, and then he would, or I would stay in the alto
Oh, I
range,
can't sing a cappella. I gotta have music.
or backup. Right, you gotta have some help.
No, I just need music.
Oh, music. Well, yeah. Sorry, I don't have music to play here.
Oh, that's okay. That's okay.
Oh boy. Oh, well. I tell you, Kronos. One of these days, I'd love to hear you do it. That'd be cool. Whoopi is a blank. Oh, I know what you mean by that, Kronos.
Oh,
But yeah, but
my
no.
A-lister now will sing in the car, singing with the radio on.
Yeah,
The view
Kronos
is just a place for clapping.
says
Wow.
the view is just a place for clapping seals. Like, ooh,
Wow.
ooh, ooh, ooh. You mean like that, Kronos? Yeah, I remember watching a lot of those bull seals over in the Bay Area when I lived there. And we just and I took Suzanne through there before we moved back to Canada and got to see some of those seals that do the clapping with their flippers. So yes, if that what you're talking about, yes, absolutely, yeah. And of course, he says no intelligence there. Well, I wouldn't say there's no intelligence. Uh, I don't know. Is Joy Behar still doing it with her? She's pretty intelligent.
Yeah. Joey Behar
For,
still there,
for a
running her mouth.
comedian, she is. Um, yeah, I don't know about the other women, but I know Behar is intelligent. So so as long as
Well,
she's
I
still
wouldn't
there.
go that far.
But anyway, yeah, we're caught up on the chat. Cool. So let's see. Well, now I think I asked you this once before, but um, are you, Jay, going to try to see the Flash? Or well, I know you weren't interested in the indie film. I understood that,
I'm gonna
but the
try to go
Flash
see the
maybe down
Flash
the line.
Wednesday.
Are you gonna try to see it when it comes out, or just down the line, like maybe after a week or so after it comes out?
I'm thinking
It's
about
gonna be
going
there
to
all
see it
summer.
next Wednesday.
Oh, that sounds good. Yeah, it's gonna be there all summer. I have a feeling that and Indy will be there for at least a
No,
couple months.
it's from what I hear on a lot of people's channels, it's gonna
Yeah.
bomb.
Wow. I'd be surprised if it does. I really would.
It's got to make at least $800 million to make
To break even?
the break even or even make a profit, because it made the what's it called? The budget was $250 million to make the movie. It
To
had
make it,
like
okay.
three or four uh, reshoots, and
Wow.
uh, but all three test screenings was bad,
That's not good.
and uh, like what's his name, who did Avatar 2? He said that they had to make at least 2 billion to make a break even and make a profit, and thankfully he did. But I don't think Flash is going to make that much. I say on its it opens up Friday, and
Right.
I think in 3 days it'll make maybe 25 to 30 million dollars and die out.
Maybe yeah, maybe that, and then it won't survive after
It
that. Yeah.
may. They're predicting it may make what was it? Culture said 155 million worldwide.
Right. Well, then we got. I'll give you a contrast. Uh, I know I'm going in and out, so I apologize. Trying to get my thoughts here in order. Okay, so we saw. I'll give you an example of two movies we saw recently. It's supposed to be the fourth movie in the chain, which features Ash, played by Bruce Campbell, and it's supposed to go through the progression. Uh, it's kind of like a prequel in a way. Somebody said to me, and my wife and I went to see it. It wasn't the greatest,
Mm,
and I was really disappointed that Bruce Campbell himself only does a cameo voiceover. He doesn't even show up in the film. He just does a
right,
voiceover on a phonograph record playing a scientist.
right.
It talks about the Book of the Dead. So that really failed
Mm,
badly at the box office. It really did. Um, but the other one, which did really well, was John Wick 4. And,
right.
and we went to see that, and
So
the
did
theater was full.
Super Mario Brothers.
Yeah. And that theater was full. And John Wick 4 was great. And I don't want
Mm,
to give anything away because it was so wonderful. Uh, but it brought back the actor that played Winston. Unfortunately, after John Wick 3, the guy who was the concierge, the bald headed African American actor that played the concierge for like three of them, he died before the fourth one came out. So they
oh
couldn't
wow,
do so they couldn't have him in the fourth one. Um,
right.
yeah, and they said they took they sent and besides Keanu Reeves, Bill Skarsgård was in there, and I remember watching both Chapter 1 and Chapter 2 of the It reboot that Skarsgård played Pennywise, which he did a great job, by the way. And the one that did it originally in the miniseries on TV, uh, the original Stephen King on the miniseries of it, was Tim Curry. And Tim Curry even himself said that Bill Skarsgård scared the beep out of me. So if he can say that, I think it was pretty awesome. So and
Okay.
Skarsgård then he in John Wick 4 he plays the head of the table. He was when Wick is getting close to killing everyone. He says I'm going to kill them all, and he's getting close to the table. Skarsgård is the head of it. So yeah, I gave it an A-. I thought that movie was John Wick 4 was a perfect closure movie. Uh, you should definitely get it when it comes out on DVD, Jay. Wait,
I've
what
never
movie?
seen many
John
of
Wick
them.
4, Chronos. That was good. Curry did better. Oh, yeah. Oh, it. Yeah. Well, okay. Uh, hmm, how should I say this? Curry gave a presence, okay? In the movie, in the miniseries, he gave a presence as Pennywise. You made him believe that he's a psychotic clown. You made him believe that. But if you want a clown that's going to haunt your nightmares, Skarsgård played it better, in my opinion.
Mm.
In our opinion, actually, because Suzanne and I both enjoyed it. And she's afraid of balloons. She has acrophobia. She can't stand balloons. So, and I hate bees. And we've seen movies that deal with our worst fears. It's not a pleasant thing. But yes, it was definitely for me. It was Skarsgård for both of us. But yes, Curry deserves to be there for sure. Yes, in my opinion. No, I understand Kronos. And let's see,
Have you
Kronos says, "Yeah, the
seen
movie didn't hit me."
Transformers: Rise of the Beast?
No, I haven't, sir. No.
It's a good movie.
I'm not. I wasn't into beast mode. I remember the animated.
It's good. The Maximals were good. You there? Mikey, you there? Uh-oh, he's gone. Well, Kronos says some peeps are sacred or scared more of clowns more than I am. Some peeps are scared more of clowns than more than I am. Oh, okay.
Here I am. I had to reset. I had to reload. Sorry,
That's okay.
it
I just
happened.
read Kronos's message. Some peeps are scared more of clowns more than I am.
Okay, go ahead. You can keep reading them if you want. Go ahead.
No, it's okay. I was just taking over for you when you went out.
Thank you. Okay, Chrono says, or age. Yes.
Hmm.
Oh. Reboot. Yes, yes. Welcome back. Thank you, Cronus. Yes, even hosts have to reboot every once in a while. That's what I hate about Wi-Fi as opposed to trying to work with StreamYard. I hope some of the reps of StreamYard are hearing me because Wi-Fi should work, but it doesn't like
Yeah.
to. So yes, but it should work. So get that working, StreamYard. If you hope to get me to pay you $25 a month for a service, which I'm not doing right now, can't do it. So that's heads up for those guys. Uh, Thank you, Kronos. Yes, I appreciate you saying welcome back, and thank you, Jay, for reading that thing. That's cool. I appreciate that very much. And sometimes that'll happen to me. If I have to go back out, I'll go back out and reload myself back. Okay, so yeah, what was the other thing that we discussed previously? So, what do you think of the Fantastic Four or X Men, or I should say, and X Men? Why they would reboot, or are you enthusiastic about a reboot?
Well, I like Fantastic Four, the first movie.
Uh
I
huh.
like uh, Hugh Jackman as Wolverine, but he is getting up in age, so they may have to do a reboot. I like the X-Men First Class movies.
Yes. Well, we own X Men First Class. Um, Suzanne, we're trying to get. I told her we're trying to get Apocalypse. I also want to get Dark Phoenix, even though I've heard so many bad things about Dark Phoenix. I don't
Yeah,
know why most people hate it. We didn't hate it. I liked it.
yeah.
Originally played Jean Grey. Falcon Jansen was better than
Hmm.
the younger one that they had for the definitely better. Falcon was definitely better.
Yeah.
Yes, Kronos. More reboots. Yes. Well, that's what Daniel's Hot Topics told me the other day, in one of the streams, and told us was that Fantastic Four and the X Men were all planning to do reboots. So yeah, more reboots. For the Fantastic Four, I think this is going to be their fourth one reboot. They've had to change.
Mm,
So does that say they're in their own multiverse and have had to change the cast of each of them? Yeah, this will be like the
well,
third or fourth one.
well, since
Yeah,
Disney owns
I
Fox,
remember that.
they're going to try to do a Fantastic Four and X-Men movies.
Right. Well, Daniel Hot Topic said that he thought it was because of Secret Wars. Because when Avengers do the Secret Wars, that's supposed to be the beginning of the two universes of the crossover between DC and Marvel. That's supposed to
I hadn't
begin
heard
it.
that.
Yeah. I heard that from him, and I was like, okay. Well, it would make sense if they brought over some of those DC characters to the Marvel
They're
universe.
also doing it with new casts because with new younger people because of price for the actors. The price for the
Uh,
actors will be smaller.
right. So, yeah, no, you're saying the right thing then, because they would be paying less for these actors. Let's say maybe
Yeah.
up and coming that aren't known that well. Disney and DC could pretty much choose their own price, how much to pay them for
Because
appearing in the films.
look
Yeah,
at the start new Star Trek movies. Chris Pine
yeah,
is wanting $30 million for one movie.
yeah. He's wanting that for Star Trek 4. Is that right?
Hmm. Hmm. And they're
Why?
thinking about recasting because of the price range.
Gee, sorry. Jeez, what does it take for one actor with such an ego, which I believe Chris Pine is, to ask for $30 million? That's just totally egotistic.
Well,
That's just
he's
nuts.
had so many movies, and most of them have been hits or some semi hits, so
He
he thinks he's worth that much.
thinks he's worth 30 million. You
Well,
know
look
what?
at Zoe Salonda or whatever that
Zoe
plays.
Saldana. Yeah,
Yeah,
Zoe Saldana. Yeah.
she's definitely worth it because look at all the Avenger movies that she's done. Not the Avengers, the Guardians of the Galaxy movies, and
Right.
she's
And
done
yes.
Avatar.
Yeah,
So she's worth the 30 million, but they don't want
I
to
would
pay
say
that
so.
much.
Yeah, no, I would say so. As you were saying in Guardians, and we just recently saw the third Guardians. That was a perfect ending to Guardians 3, Volume 3, by the way. And it had Sly Stallone in it again. I was glad to see him back in a movie again after
And
Expendables
she
3.
did Avatar and Avatar 2. So, and Avatar 2 brought in $2 billion. So, yeah, she's going to be asking for more.
And I think she should. I think she's a great Uhura in the
But
reboots.
they don't want to pay $30 million or 20 million or even 10 million for each actor because they want to bring the budget down. So,
Yeah.
what I have said all along, get the Myers director from Star Trek 2 and 6, and he can reduce the amount and do a great Star Trek film.
I agree with you. I no, I agree with you. If you
Or
brought
even
back
get Jonathan Frakes. He knows how to make a Star
Frakes,
Trek movie. He's
yes,
done too.
yes, yes. Now, if you are talking about current directors, I would take Jonathan Frakes in a heartbeat and have him do the
Yeah,
very next Star Trek 4 film. I would absolutely have him do it.
yeah.
Absolutely. There's no question. Frakes is a great director, and I would definitely be happy if he did it.
Because he brought Star
My
Trek First
concern,
Contact under budget,
well, I know,
and it made a huge profit.
yeah.
Thanks, Teresa. I'll see you
Oh
next
yeah.
Wednesday.
No, my main concern is, my main concern is the relationship between Uhura and Spock. Now, I've heard reports, interviews that Zachary Quinto wants to renew his Spock. He
Yes,
wants to come back,
yes,
but he said only if Chris does. He says only if Pine comes back. If he
right.
comes back, I'll come back as Spock.
Well, a
And
lot
I
of
said,
people didn't like
okay.
the Uhura and Spock
Well, they'll have to figure that
relationship,
out somehow.
but if you remember,
But
Mikey, in the original series,
that's what concerns me.
Uhura tried to
Yes.
uh, hit on Spock in an episode, and she was saying, "Why don't you say something nice to me, or tell me about what the moons of Vulcan look like?" And he goes, there are no moons of Vulcan, Miss Uhura." And she goes, "I don't doubt it, Mister Spock."
Yeah, no, yeah, exactly. No, that's the thing that concerns me the most is how are they going to expand on their relationship? And as you've already said, there's a lot of people. I mean, a lot of people that didn't like the idea that her and Spock were even dating, much less like together on the ship. I
Yeah.
just think it creates a serious breach of Trek. Uh, you know, a serious breach of Trek code, if you call it that. It does
You
it,
know,
in the. I mean, I understand
thank you
it's a
for
different
everything.
Jay. I
I
understand that
was
it's a
saying
different.
goodbye to Teresa.
Oh,
Sorry.
bye, Teresa. Bye.
Bye.
Um, yeah. No, what I was saying was is that I understand that this is on a different Kelvin timeline, right? So it's supposed to be
Right.
opposite,
I
different
don't
from
like
the
the Kelvin
original.
timeline.
Yeah, right. And so like I said, I think that the fact that her and Spock even have a relationship, I mean, I don't hate it. Obviously, don't hate it, but it just, I don't know. It just creates such a gap. Um,
Well, look at it this way, Mikey. The Chris Pine,
yeah,
Zachary Quinto, Zoe Saldana, um, all them three, plus the man that played McCoy, and they want to get the man that played Kirk's father back, who went on to
right.
play Thor. You're talking about, if you pay them everything they want, you're looking at 150 $200 million budget just on the actors alone. That's why they're going to have to reboot it.
Yes. Okay. Yes, totally understand. Let's go ahead and get caught up with the chat here real quick. I see Kronos and I see John has said something. I'll go as fast as I can. I would love to know who's lurking. You know who you are. Please, no spoilers. I'm not. I'm not trying to give spoilers. Neither of us are. I'll quit right here, right now. No, no, I'm not. La 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 la. I liked First Contact. Yes, I liked First Contact myself. He directed it. Great score.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
You can date Vulcans. Yes, you can apparently. It's not easy. In my opinion, Spock dating makes no sense. Vulcans don't do relationships that way. Yes, John, you make an absolute great point on that. I totally agree with you there. I think Jay does too. That's a great point. Yeah, they don't do relationships that way. That's totally true. Vulcans, yes.
If you want
Uh,
to do kind of like a relationship, bring Nurse Chapel into the movie, where she's always been in love with Spock and always tried to hit on him,
yes.
but never worked. So that would work, but not Uhura and Spock.
Yeah, that's true. Kronos, yeah, Plomik is what anti-derivative Jill does periodically on weekdays. She analyzes current TOS or past TOS episodes. In fact, she just did the Deadly Years, where the whole crew turns old and there's only one woman that can help them, and she's young as she's like a daughter or a granddaughter to Kirk in the episode. It's really cool though. What happens to him at the end? That's the Plomik, and she calls it. Jill calls it her tea time, and she does a TOS episode with Scotty R. 37. It's a
I
good
know
it's
Plumik is
a
a
good
Vulcan
stream.
soup.
Yeah, Plomik soup is also a Vulcan soup. That's true. I think that's why she names it that. Yeah, Saldana wasn't Uhura. Well,
No,
no. I can't agree with you.
no one can do
Well, just my
Uhura except
opinion. But
Nurse
I,
Phil
I
Nichols.
thought you did great, Uhura. Yeah, yeah. Jill is Plumik. Well, no, Plumik is a Vulcan soup, but Jill does a Plumik stream. Plumik. No, I finally got to see Jill in the flesh, and she's not Plumik. No, she's a very cute girl, cute lady. Sorry to say, and she's got great kids and
Mm.
wonderful husband. Yeah, she's wonderful.
Oh,
Logic. Yes, it is a form of logical tea time. I guess you could call it that if you say Plumik. It's logic. Absolutely. Yeah, she does great. She does great for us. I just remember, like I said last night, there were 6 men in the panel, and all of a sudden Joe comes in, and we're like, you know, she's surrounded by 6, and then it was 7, then it was 8, and she was like, wow, and she was so able to handle herself. And then we finally got to meet Raquel, uh, all her digits and letters after her. We finally got to meet Raquel, and I was like, oh, Raquel's cool, you know. And so finally, it was 2 women to 7 men. Not quite great numbers, but it worked out. Everybody had a fun time,
mhm.
and Jill was a logical drinker. Yes. See, but my problem was I'm a non-drinker. I stopped drinking after 2015, January 1st to be exact, because of Suzanne. She stopped my drinking, so I'm very proud of that. 8 years I've been sober.
2007 for me.
Congrats, dude. 16 years? Wow. That's impressive. I got a while before I catch up with you. I've got 8 years under my belt so far.
I'm
I got a
like that.
while. I'm like half.
Have you heard of Jeff Dunham, the ventriloquist?
Yes, he does. I'm in like, I will kill you.
I love his puppet Bubba. He goes, He asked Bubba, have you ever thought about going to AA? AA is for quitters. And they all go nuts.
That's hilarious. My favorite one he does, because I just did his voice. My favorite one is Ahmed, the terrorist. And he goes, I will kill you. He says, well, you shouldn't say that to the audience. He says, yeah, but I mean, I'm going to do this. I know what I want to do. I want to kill you.
I
He's
love
hilarious.
Peanut.
Oh, Peanut? Oh, God, Peanut. Oh. He's crazy. Oh, my God. The only other person, I got to tell you this, Jay. I don't know if you ever heard of him. The only other person that could do such great puppetry like that, Ed Horn. And he lives over in Arizona.
I don't think
And
I've
he
heard it.
used to do this show called the Wallace and Lambo Show.
Mm-hmm.
30 No, it was a local based show
Oh, okay.
in Phoenix, Arizona. And Dan Horn came later before the show ended. It ended in December of 1989. But while it was on its run, which was for 35 years since 1954,
Wow.
in the 70s, when Steven Spielberg was just a little lad and he was living in the area, he always watched Wallace and Lambo religiously and said that they were Second City comedy before Second City. That's what he called Wallace and
Mm-hmm.
Lambo. It was one of the longest local TV shows in history. Like I said, it lasted 35
Yeah.
years. Went from 1954 to Arizona. That was the show that I watched in the mornings before I went to school, along with Sesame Street and a couple of others. So yeah, it was that special of a show. And Dan Horn was a fantastic ventriloquist. In fact, I
Right.
got to meet him a couple times. I went to one of or two of his shows, and the first time I saw him, I sat at a table right near the stage because that's where you want to be. You want to be entertained, and he was awesome. I mean, I just nope, I saw him three times. I take that back. I saw him three times. The first time I sat near there, and it was great. Then I came back the following time. He had another show. He saw me there, and again he said, "Mikey, what are you doing here?" And I said, "Dan, I'm here for you." And he says, "Oh my God, Mikey, you're so cool." He says, normally, he says, when people sit in this space and watch my shows, they usually don't come back. And I said, well, why is
Right.
that? And he says, well, I don't know, maybe they get offended or something. I said, no, I'm cool. You could use me as a prop or anything. He even used me in a comic skit. I thought it was hilarious with one of his puppets, and it was funny. But he was funny. And then I saw him for a third time. He says, "Okay, Mikey, this has to stop. You've seen me for 3 straight weeks now. You need to enjoy your life or something." I said, "I enjoy
Mm-hmm.
you. That's why I'm here." And then I would sit back in the crowd still watching stuff. But Dan Horn was awesome. He really was. Let's see in the
Mm-hmm.
chats here. Let's see. I stopped smoking for 12 years. Congrats, Kronos. Just like alcohol, if you can give it up. Y'all want a badge? Yeah, right. Definitely need one. I ain't quitting drinking. Well, I'm not going to fault you for that, Kronos. Congrats on passing the no drink scenario. Oh, thank you, John DeMarco. That means a lot. It really does for both of
Mm-hmm.
us. Uh, John DeMarco, what about pot? He says pots are very useful for cooking meat soup. Good call.
It
Good
looked
call,
when
John.
Bach threw that bowl of plum soup into the hallway and hit the wall. It looked like it was purple, so I'm wondering if
Is
it's
that in the
some
way,
kind
babe?
of
Here,
colored
I'll move it. I'll
beets
move it.
or something.
On upon your shirt.
Oh, my new shirt. Yeah. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Oh crap. Okay, there we go. Kronos, we just told you it's a form of Vulcan soup, but Jill uses it for tea time. She calls it plum-meat tea time. We need Jill. Well, contact Jill. You're good at that. I saw her earlier, and I saw her earlier this morning. I was doing a stream at a webcam about like 3:30 in the morning, and she was there. And I was like, wow, that's amazing. I thought she was done after the big 7 hour stream with Bob, and she still showed.
Mm.
So she's awesome. What was I gonna say? Oh, okay. So yeah, I mean, it's wonderful. It's wonderful to have friends that support other friends in their streams.
Right.
Gorillas and yourself, Ji included. You guys are really great about, and everybody else too. Everyone, I'll just say everyone I know through YouTube and the streams, Streamyard. Everyone is so nice, and they're very supportive of each other's streams. And even when you do an off the cuff stream like I did earlier this morning, people like Jill and Nemesis of Eden, and even yourself, Jay,
Yeah,
coming today,
I
which
saw
is
that
awesome.
and I said, "Oh no, I missed it."
No, you didn't miss anything. What's that famous line you say? The one where you say, "What is it that?" Say that line for me because I love when you say it. You know which one?
What? No.
Yeah. What the hell's going on? And where was I?
Oh, who did what
Yeah.
to whom? Why wasn't I invited?
Yes, even when you say it in the chat,
Yeah, who
it's
did what to who and
absolutely
why wasn't I invited?
hilarious. So awesome. John, do you
Later,
have
Colonel.
anything planned that you want to tell us?
Who, me?
Oh no, Jay. Well, yeah. What do you have planned coming up, Jay? Anything?
No, I was wondering who you were talking to.
Oh, I was just talking to Kronos. He left. He said, "Gotta go later, taters."
Oh, I
Yeah,
love
I
tater
know.
tots.
And then John said, "Later, Kronos." So do I. And my wife makes great tater tots. She really does. Oh my God, they're so good. Yeah, I like it when they
Oh,
have a little bit of that grease still on them. Taters.
yeah.
Yeah, tater tots. They're great when they have a little bit of grease on them. Then you put the ketchup on them. I'm one of those ketchup guys. I love ketchup on just about everything. I'm
Me
serious.
is barbecue
Oh,
sauce.
barbecue sauce. A1.
No, barbecue sauce.
Oh, help me out. There's A1.
Like,
There's some Perkins.
no, the barbecue sauce is crap.
HP.
Or their
H-
sweet baby radish.
Oh, Suzanne also said HP. Do you do the HP one?
No, Kraft barbecue sauce. Look it up. You'll see it.
Kraft barbecue sauce, he says.
Yeah.
Kraft.
There's also
The hickory
HP sauce.
smoke is the best.
You have it in the fridge.
Yeah, we have HP sauce in our fridge too. That's why she mentioned HP. I don't know if you
Oh, okay.
knew
Okay.
about that one. But yeah, we have that in our fridge. But yeah, Kraft.
I just
I've heard of
made
Kraft.
I just made a my homemade spaghetti. It's so good, but I haven't eaten any of it because I bought some Popeyes chicken.
Oh wow. That's awesome.
Yeah, they make good chicken.
So John, did you celebrate? I wanted to ask John in the chat, since I know he's there, and then we got one other person too. Thank you so much for watching us. John, did you celebrate after the stream, the 50th Jet Nerdy? He says, if you were asking what I have planned, I typically release videos on Monday and Thursday, in addition to Jump Nerdy on Saturday. I've seen your videos, John, on Mondays and Thursdays. I've seen them. They're awesome. I think I was even in one of your streams, just in the chat though. I was in the chat section. But yes, I enjoy everything. But what I was asking
Yeah.
was, did you celebrate in some way after you had your 50th Jet Nerdy last Saturday? Because I didn't know. I asked you and Professor Brainy Specs if you guys were celebrating with champagne or something. Uh, I was celebrating with just Diet Coke. I had Coke Zero that night, so
Mountain Dew for me.
Mountain Dew. Oh yeah, no, there was no particular celebration of the 50th episode. Well, John, you should ask me and Jay if we could put something together for you guys. Uh, when you reach, or if you want to celebrate the 50th that you've already done, you should ask us. We could offer suggestions, ideas, stuff. I'm looking forward to your 51st. We both are. I know we'll be a part of it. We'll be there for
Well,
you.
when we reach 100,
That's what I'm saying. When we reach 100, we'll want to do something special. I think we
yeah,
should because you guys, you've been constantly doing this, and it's a staple. It's a staple Saturday night fun show,
yep,
and everybody hangs out afterwards, which I think is awesome. And we can get into it.
they have grown with contestants. Wow.
Yeah, this last time on the 50th episode, right? Everybody, and I mean everybody, was slamming that to get in there to play. I had to
I
wait.
haven't played in like 2 or 3
So when
weeks because I've
I
been
came,
sick.
I mean, I had to wait, and I was that's fine. I don't mind waiting. I love being back. I love being back there. Yeah, Jay, I think I lost you.
I said that
Hello,
the
Mr.
last 2 or 3
J.
weeks.
Oh, there you are.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I just lost you
I
for a
was
few minutes.
I
You
was
probably
saying
lost
that
me too.
I haven't played in about 2 or 3 weeks because I can't get in until the third round, and all of a sudden something happens, like my feet are killing me or my stomach is upset. So I haven't been
Oh
able
no.
to play for 2 or 3 weeks.
Yeah, I'm really sorry to. Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that because I hadn't seen you. Well, I'd seen you in the chat, but I mean, I didn't see you get in. I wanted you to get in so you could play against me because I suck.
No, you
And I
don't.
went, oh,
If you've
okay.
ever won, you don't suck. You're a good champion.
Oh, thanks. Thank you. I know you won a few times too. I've seen some past ones they've done, and you've
Oh,
won.
I'm close to about 20 or 25 games of days I've won.
That you won. That's awesome. That's why they consider you such a smarty, because you got all
Yes, I'm a
those facts
regular
in your head.
smarty pants.
That's okay. I play a smartass every once in a while. Yeah, I'm not pleased about that, but I can't help it. Sometimes I'm bad. I think I'm hanging around gorillas too much. He is really like a bad influence on me. He really is. In fact, I'll tell you something. This is true. Uh, Gorillas has this odd laugh. So when I started laughing at him, uh, I started to laugh just like him, and then Suzanne had this look on her face like, honey, what's going on? Why are you laughing like that? And I just started doing that. Like if I think something's funny, I go, yeah, that. And I never did that for a long time to laugh like that. And then and then I met gorillas, and I was like, dang it! I said, you got me laughing like you now. So whenever we're in streams together and we're with Resolute Germ, I swear he probably feels like he's the Limburger cheese in the middle of two slices of bread. And when
Oh God.
we're watching a watch party, we're at a watch party. It's usually the three of us, and so when so when Gorillas and I laugh, he's like, "Oh God." He's right in between us. he, he makes me laugh. It's just great. I love it. I love him. He's funny as hell. Um, and you're an awesome brother too, Jay. And we get some laughs, don't we? Oh my gosh, some of these
Oh
past
yeah.
streams, I keep watching them, rewatching the ones we did together as panelists, and I can't stop laughing. It just I I want to have a stream. My goal is always to have a stream that you have people laughing. That's my
That's your goal. Yeah.
my main purpose of a stream is to enjoy yourself, and don't feel like you have
If you can't enjoy
was
yourself, then it
LDG.
won't be a good stream.
Yeah, it turns out better when you have it that way. LDG Free
Yeah.
the Net. He actually told me he was the one who said, uh, and John and who's here and Professor also hinted. They said, you might have fun doing a lot of your own streams too, and you'd be surprised the people that'll show up that'll be there for you. And I said, wow, really? I never thought about doing my own stream, but now that I learned how to do it, thanks to John DeMarco again, who helped me a lot to learn how to do it. Um, I am I think I'm seasoned. I'm a seasoned
I'm gonna
veteran
have
now.
to have.
I can do
I'm gonna
this.
have to have a computer to do a StreamYard because I don't think
You
I
have to
can do
what,
it
Jay?
with my phone. I said I think I'm gonna have to get a computer one day to do a StreamYard because I don't think I can do it on my phone.
Oh, my wife just posted here. She said I would rather listen to your real laugh. Well, she's heard my real laugh. She and I both just like just lose me. Oh, I love my wife. She's so fabulous. Unfortunately, I have to head
Well,
out.
that's
Catch you guys
good.
later. All right, Johnny. Take care. God bless you always, my friend
Take
John.
care.
We'll see you. We'll see you at Jet Nerdy then on Saturday, nine
Hopefully,
o'clock Eastern,
if I
and
can't bet, if
hopefully,
I don't have to bail out again,
I hope not, Jay. I hope we can get both of us in there.
I just can't
Uh,
seem to get in there quick enough. My phone is too slow to get in there.
I was going to suggest uh, if it is too slow, what I would do is, do you have Twitter or possibly
No,
Discord, or you don't have
no.
those?
I have
Okay.
Discord with the professor and John.
Oh, you do have Discord. That's what I asked.
Mm,
Okay. So, uh, do me a favor. If I know that you definitely want to be in, but I know it's too slow with your phone. Ask Professor Brady Jeff. Ask him if he can, you know, post or send you in Discord the official link they use for Jet Nerdy, and then that way you'll be the one of the first to be able to get in there ahead of
well, I
others
feel like
before they
that's
post it.
cheating, so I don't really want to do that. I'll just keep trying until I can get in there.
Okay. Well, I mean, Professor, like I said, Jeff was very nice uh,
Oh, I know.
to send me he sent me an advanced link to AQOT when we did the
Question track one.
the Star Trek 4, the Voyage Home.
Yeah.
I told Professor in the chat there, or I mean in the panel for Jet Nerdy after the rounds were done. I said,
Yeah.
I am from San Francisco. I am a huge fan of that movie. To me, Star Trek 4 was the ultimate gathering of the original series cast, and they all
Yeah.
did great in it. There wasn't a single bad acting uh, segment in any of it. I just thought it was so great to see home because
Yeah.
I recognized some of the areas I used to run about as a kid. Uh,
Mhm.
I remember where they put the Cetacean Institute. I knew exactly where that was. I also knew the buses only ran about every 20 minutes, which is when they were asking
Mhm.
for correct change, exact change. I remember
Wow.
that, and I said, "Well, don't worry." I wanted to scream at the, when I first saw the movie in theater, I wanted to scream at the movie screen and say, "Spock, Kirk, there's another bus coming in 20 minutes. There's a
Yeah.
shop nearby. Just get your money and change, okay? Just get in its exact change, and then just wait for the next bus. Who
Yeah.
cares?
I,
It
I
came
went
every
to
20
see
minutes.
that. I went to see Star Trek 4 18 times.
Oh wow." my One of my all-time favorite scenes in that is when uh, they're in the truck and Spock says Gracie's pregnant, and you could hear a pin drop.
You know that scene where Kirk and Spock are um, saying, she asks him, "Do you like Italian?" And they go, "Yes, no, yes, no."
Yes.
They ad libbed that.
Well, it was okay. Let me ask you a question. Was it because Leonard Nimoy himself didn't like Italian food, or it was just off, like you
No, it
said,
was just ad
improvised?
lib. It was just
Ad
ad
lib, yeah,
lib.
improvised, yeah. Okay, right. That's what happened. Improvised.
Well, you know the reason why he stayed in the park because he does. Spock doesn't eat meat.
That's right. Oh,
He only eats vegetables.
that's right.
Hmm.
Well, you know what? He could have came with them, the two of them. I know it was because Kirk
He
wanted
was.
to get to know Julian
It was
Taylor more.
also because he had to direct that scene. He was the director.
No, no, he didn't direct the fourth one. He did the
Yeah,
fifth one.
he directed Star Trek 3 and Star Trek 4.
Oh no, no, I was under the impression that Shatner only directed Star Trek Five, The Final Frontier. He
No,
only
I'm
did that
saying
one.
Leonard Nimoy had to direct the pizza scene because he was the director.
Oh, oh, that's what you meant. Okay, I'm sorry,
Yeah,
misunderstood, my friend. Sorry. Yeah,
and
okay, so yeah, that would make sense then. Yeah.
the waiter was actually a reporter for Entertainment Tonight, and he was doing a report about the behind the scenes movie. And Leonard Nimoy said, "You want a role? I'll give you the
A
role of
segment
the waiter."
from a report.
Yeah, yeah, he was the waiter, the Entertainment Tonight reporter.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
Wow. Yeah, and I was surprised. Uh, I know you were there, but I was surprised that T Dowd actually recognized or knew the name of the guy, the punk rocker that Spock gives the Vulcan neck pinch to knock him
yeah,
out in the
yeah.
city bus as they're crossing over the Golden Gate Bridge to Sausalito. It's on the other
He
side of the
was
bridge there, and I
he was one of the production crew. He was one of the crew members that made the movie, and he said to Leonard Nimoy, he said, "Well, I belong to a punk band. I can write you a song overnight or over the weekend." And he said, "Yeah, do it." And he said, "I'll put you in the movie."
and then he knocks him out, and he falls on it. We're all bloody
Yeah.
worthless.
And then he reprises his role 40 years later in Star Trek Picard season 2.
You did? Wow,
Yeah. He was
that's
the punk rocker
awesome.
in the on the bus with Seven of Nine and Rappy.
When they were in L.A., right? Or in San? No,
Yeah,
I'm sorry, in San Francisco. Yeah,
San
were
Francisco.
they in
Yeah,
San Francisco? Oh wow, I didn't
yeah.
know that. I'll have to look for that episode. Yeah,
And
that's
then
cool.
when Picard and Guinan are outside her bar, the Ten Ford,
Yeah.
you can see a semblance of a past TOS episode of The City on the Edge of Forever because the mission is called Mission District.
Right.
Right.
I've been there. I've been to the Mission District. My great aunt Florence, who passed away some years ago at the age of 94,
Yeah.
she
And
lived
you
in the
know
Mission District.
that boxing poster is from is I'm trying to think of the word, is a replica. They reproduced the same boxing poster on the wall that was in The City on the Edge of Forever.
That's awesome. Wow, that's some cool Easter eggs. That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just remember. I just like I said, I just remember that Kirk Thatcher's that his I knew it was him when uh, when his band did that song, the one you just talked about.
Yeah.
That was on the radio. That was the one that was playing. So I just that's one of the other funnier scenes is because there's a line from his song that says, "We're all bloody worthless." He gets knocked.
Yeah. And he even wrote that song for when he reprised his role 40 years later in season 2 of Picard. I Still
He
Hate
played
You.
the same song. I still hate you. Oh my god.
It's a new song called I Still Hate You.
That is insane. Wow. I still hate you. I still love you. You know, all this stuff. That's cool, Jay. Thanks for telling me. I'll
Want
look
to
for that
turn that
episode.
off? Oh, and he grabs his neck and says, "Oh, yeah, sorry. I just love that song."
It's like I said, he says that one last line about "we're all bloody worthless," and then he gets knocked out. I never forgot that. And then, and some people ask me, "Oh, wow, you do that guy so well," and I said, "Well, because I own the film, and I love to
Yeah.
watch it. You know, City by the Bay was nice at one time, but now it's just terrible. It's desolate. There's lots of homeless people there. You wouldn't recognize it again. It's totally different
That
place now.
the place that was in place of they were supposed to be in Golden Gate Park. That was
Yeah.
actually shot at Will Rogers' estate.
Oh, it was. So that was supposed
Yes.
to be Golden Gate Park, but it was actually at his estate instead.
Yeah.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense. Well, you know what? You can't. To be honest, Golden Gate Park is quite. I don't know. Have you been there yourself, Jay?
I think it's his museum or something. Will
Have you been to
Rogers
Golden Gate
Museum or
Park?
something. No, I've never been to California.
Okay, Golden Gate Park itself. When I was little, my parents loved to bring us down as kids to Golden Gate Park when I was very little, and they would let us run around on the grass and everything. This place is, I believe, yeah, it should still be that way. Golden Gate Park is very gorgeous when it comes to flowers and trees. They have different. They have at least 3 different types of trees there. Uh, one is pine. Another one, I believe, is California. They call it Californian birch or Californian driftwood trees, and then they have these banyan trees, which you might see in Australia, which are really cool. They have a aquarium nearby called the Steinhardt Aquarium. They have a place that for tourists, which is called the Japanese Tea Garden, which I went to. It had authentic Japanese uh, culture. Their tea is awesome. It's out of this world. I love their Japanese tea. When I was older, I went there and partook of it. And then they also have the Palace of Fine Arts, which is an awesome place that you can have outdoor concerts and things of that nature playing. And then they also have next to the Steinhardt Aquarium, they have their Museum of History is there, and it's a wonderful place, and inside and out. So there's a lot of great attractions in the park, and a lot of
Mhm.
people go there for picnics and outdoor festivals and so forth.
Mhm.
I think that Golden Gate Park is like a prime area for Pride. When they have their Pride parade um,
Yeah.
there every year, that's where they have a lot of their activities is in the park, Golden Gate Park. So
There's
yeah,
a little Easter egg about Star Trek 4.
oh yeah,
Um, the wildlife group, the people that really protect whales and stuff, they
yes,
tried to sue Leonard Nimoy and Paramount Pictures because they said there was no way that that could be recreated. That Leonard Nimoy or whatever the actor that was swimming next to the whales, that was the real whales, and they said no, come and watch. And they showed them the robotic whales that they had made.
right.
They even put one of the miniature robot whales in a tank with a seal, and the seal even couldn't tell it apart from a real whale.
I heard that.
About about
Yeah,
90% of the footage about whales in that movie was um, pre-recorded from past films and stuff.
yeah. Past films that featured
Everything
a
else was
humpback. Yeah,
robotic. Everything
wow.
else was robotic.
So so what you're saying is that when Spock goes in to communicate with Gracie,
That was
uh,
the robotic
that
whale,
was the robot whale. Wow,
right?
I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
And it was so believable that the Academy Awards nominated Star Trek 4 for special effects for that for the
Just
whale
for
thing.
that, yeah, for the whale thing.
Yeah,
Did they win?
they didn't
Did they
win,
win?
of course.
Yeah. Okay. Probably because at the same time they came out in 1984, there was a lot of other movies that came out that were just as good in their special
It was
effects. That's good that
1986.
they were recognized at least.
It was a
Yeah,
year before Next Generation came out.
86. Yeah.
Yeah. As a matter
Oh
of
yeah, you're
fact,
right. I'm sorry. Yes,
as a
1986.
matter of
Thank you for
fact,
correcting that. Yeah. 2 years.
people think that Star Trek: The Next Generation was getting started in 1986. It was not. After Star Trek 3, The Search for Spock, Paramount came to Gene Roddenberry and said, "Let's do another Star Trek show." He said, "No, I don't want to do it." Well, finally, when he heard that they were going along with it, he said, "You can't do it without me." So in 1985, he started to come up with ideas, and it wasn't until um, 1986, after Star Trek 4 came out, that they really got it groundbreaking for that series. And then it came out in
Yes.
January or September of 1987.
Well, that's great. Yeah, that's great. When we were discussing earlier, I said if Nicholas Meyer, uh, if he's if he's not in retirement, I think he could still do Star Trek 4. I agree with that, but I also agree even more if it's Jonathan Frakes, because Frakes did such a
Yeah.
great job. Uh, I didn't he? Yeah, he directed Generations. Uh,
Do you know that LeVar Burton has directed more Star Trek TV episodes than Jonathan Frakes?
I didn't know that. Really,
Yes.
more than him?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes. He said that in an interview on the Shuttle Pod show.
Oh wow. Yeah. Where does that now? I know him. I know Frakes. Uh, Even Picard himself, Sir Patrick Stewart has directed an episode or two. Uh,
Yeah.
and what about uh, Milana Torres, Roxanne Dawson from
She's
Voyager.
directed a handful, yes.
How many would she be? Like third, probably the number of directors.
No, I would say third would be, yeah, yeah, Roxanne Dawson, yeah, because Robert Duncan McNeil has become a director, and he's done other TV shows and stuff. He
Right.
directed several episodes of Chuck,
Yeah, that's right. He did. Yeah, that was Tom
and
Paris.
he helped
Yeah.
produce it or correct or create that show.
Well, you know what? One of the episodes from Enterprise, I do remember that Robert Duncan McNeil directed it. He did one of the
Yes,
Enterprise episodes, and that was a
yes.
great episode. Yeah, I just remember that if it was Dawson who also did a Enterprise episode herself, so if
She's
it was
done
her,
quite a few.
yeah. So if it was her or Tom Paris, Robert.
I
So if it
don't
was
know
Robert or
which one of
Roxanne, I
them
think they did a
would be
great
the
job.
third one. I just
Yeah.
don't know. I know that Jonathan Frakes, LeVar Burton, Patrick Stewart, Gates McFadden directed one episode,
She did,
and
yes.
I think that's it of them. Now, Avery Brooks has directed a handful of Deep Space Nine episodes.
He did. Yes, he did. Well, you know what? He got to do it because the producers at that time said, you know that he's the emissary. We know he's the head of the station.
Mm,
But we may
mm,
not need him in some episodes. There might be others that we want to explore
yeah.
the other characters like Kira, Nerys, and Odo and so forth, and Quark. So in
The
those
actor who
episodes,
played Odo directed some Deep Space Nine episodes too.
he did Rene Auberjonois. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
That's right. Okay, he did. Yeah, I was trying to remember that. But like I
If
said,
I'm not
for
if I'm not mistaken,
Francisco
I think the one that played Dr. Bashir
Avery
directed
Brooks,
an episode.
uh, I believe that's Yview because he's prominent in the episode, but he would still show up. He'd
Yeah,
still be there,
yeah.
direct himself. Hey,
I
who
think
was it? I'm
I
sorry.
think the doctor who
I was
played
going to
Dr.
ask you a
Bashir in
question.
Deep Space Nine, he directed a couple episodes.
Alexander
Yeah,
Siddig? Oh, okay.
yeah,
I didn't
yeah.
know he did too. Wow.
No,
But I knew who you were
on
talking about.
Voyager,
Let
on
me ask you a
Voyager,
question.
I don't
This
think.
has bothered me for
I,
a little while.
yeah,
Who
go ahead.
directed? Yeah. Well, yeah. Oh, okay. One thing I was going to say about Voyager, I think even the EMH, Robert Picardo directed one or two episodes himself
Yes, I think
that
so.
played the emergency medical hologram. Yeah, I believe he did. Okay, I have this question. I'm sure you know it, but it's bothered me for a while. Who who did direct the trials and tribulations that DS9 when they went back in time to save Kirk uh, in the Tribbles episode, the Trouble with Tribbles?
Mm, I don't know. You may have to look it up on Google.
Oh, okay. Do you mind if I do? Give me a sec. I'll
Sure,
look
sure.
it up. And I'll also see who directed the original. They called Trouble with Tribbles. So,
Um,
okay.
Let me see. I
I'll
can
look it
check
up
real
here.
quick about the trouble with
The other
trouble.
one, Trials and Tribulations. Yeah, on DS9. Okay.
Whoop, wrong one.
Okay, it was Joseph. It was Joseph Pevney, 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 who directed the Trouble with Tribbles. He did the original TOS
Okay,
episode. Pevney. So, who did the
okay.
Trials and Tribulations for DS9?
I'm looking that up right now. Just
Yes,
give
I
me
love how
one moment.
knowledgeable you are, my friend. Oh yeah, no problem. I love how knowledgeable you are. That would help both of us. Maybe it might be a future trivia question. Who knows? I wouldn't throw anything past John and John and Professor Jeff. Yeah.
They may come up and tell us better, faster than we can.
Oh, I'm sure. Absolutely.
Let's see.
I don't know. Maybe they did this previously in other episodes of Jeff Nerdy, but I don't think they've ever. Uh, have they asked questions before about who directed what and like what kind of episode or who it was?
I don't know if they have or not.
That would be interesting. Yeah, that'd be something to know.
Yeah,
But now that
it
I
would
know
be.
it's, yeah, but now that I know it's Joseph Pevney and the original, and then the Trials and Tribulations, I could ask that as a trick question on a question of Trek. See
Yeah.
how knowledgeable Dowd or Zoe is about that.
Yeah.
I know I'd have to run it by the professor first time, but I'm sure he'd be pleased for me to throw that out there. But I know they're only going by the movies right now. But it might be a nice
Mhm.
future question to ask.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you find it yet, my friend?
Not yet. I'm still looking.
Okay.
Let's see. Should be coming up here now.
Yeah. Let's see.
Hmm. Let me go here on this one and see.
I found his name.
You found it?
I
All
did.
right. Well,
John
who was?
Mustafaro.
Okay, I don't even know him.
Yeah, well, there you go. That would be a great
But
question.
it was a good
Most people don't know
episode.
him either. It was awesomely awesome. That's the first time I think in a while I've used awesome twice. It was awesomely
I
awesome.
love
Yeah, it was
that
great.
part of the episode where Cisco tells the two time agents, this will take some time. Is that a joke? No. Good, because we don't like them either.
Now there was a scene in it where Dax. I love Jadzia Dax. Terry Farrell was awesome as her, and she hints over to Cisco. She says, uh, "I remember as Curzon I met." So there must not have been a very long uh, period of time between Curzon knowing about Captain Kirk and then becoming,
Emily, I think it was Emily who met Dr. McCoy.
yes, and quit and she said Emily loved Bones. He had surgical hands. He had hands.
Yeah. He had the hands of a surgeon.
The hands of a surgeon, right? Emily. Okay, that's. Thank you for clearing that up.
Which,
Yeah,
which
so I
means
remember
they hooked up.
they did. They had relations.
Yeah.
Emily and yeah, and of course Cisco doesn't want to hear it. You're like, but he was
Yeah.
great. Yeah, do you remember that? Like he didn't want to hear it, and she said, "But he was great." And then said
Yeah.
that line. He had the hands of a surgeon, and winked. Still one of my
Uh,
favorite scenes.
I love
Yeah.
where she says to the two time agents, you boys from time mechanics or whatever, time investigations,
Yeah.
you are always on time. And they
And then
didn't
he
like it.
says, That way, and then his friend said, "Is that
They
is that
just
meant to be a
walked
joke?"
off, and she
Oh,
just
God bless you,
she
honey.
just blows off, you know.
Yeah, and then of course the greatest scenes. No, the greatest scenes that I loved from both episodes is where Scotty gets into a fight, and he's supposed to be in charge of his men of the landing
Yeah,
party, and he's the last person that you would
yeah.
expect to get into a fight with a Klingon, and lo and behold, he does.
Well,
Except that Miles,
sir,
yeah,
this is a
except.
matter of pride.
Yeah, but then Miles O'Brien got screamed at by Kirk.
You hit the Klingon because he insulted the Enterprise, not because he insulted me. Well, sir, this was a matter of pride. And then I love. It's even better when he keeps on going. He goes, "Oh, Scotty, you're uh, what's the word? You're restricted to quarters until further
You're
notice." He goes, "Aye, sir."
suspended to
Oh, thank
quarters
you,
until
sir.
further
I can
notice.
catch up with my technical journals.
Yeah, he suspended him. He said, "Scotty, you're." And he says, "Oh, thank you, sir. I can catch up with my engineering manuals."
Yeah, yeah.
I do remember that. Yeah, that was great. Oh, and of course, when they were in the bar there, and she says, "Please don't order Rectigino." That was the thing that the spy
Yeah.
was drinking.
If one more
As his
person
older self.
orders
Don't order that.
Ractigino,
And
I'm gonna go nuts.
yeah, and then of course, Worf had to explain the ridges on the
Yeah,
older Klingons
we don't
to
talk about
Bashir
it
and
with
O'Brien.
with outsiders.
Yeah. Oh,
And then
and
Enterprise explains it.
then of course, remember he said that later on, Klingons, uh, in Kronos, their Klingon home world, destroyed the.
Hmm.
And Odo, you're kind of going out now. I can hear you. And then Odo called it the Great Tribble Hunt. He said, "So your Klingon warriors went on what they call the Great Tribble Hunt to destroy it." Yeah,
You must have sang
yeah,
songs
they
about the
destroyed.
Great Triple Hunt.
That's it. He says we don't like to discuss that. We just went and destroyed it. So we went and destroyed it,
Yeah.
the whole entire home world.
Of
Oh
course,
my gosh.
The spy, the Klingon spy, he tells Worf in front of his friends, "I think I'll put my statue into the Hall of Warriors. You know, some of our statues, they're so generic, meaning flap about the no ridges."
Yeah.
And of course, Enterprise explains about it later.
Yes. Yes, they did. It was
I
some
did
kind of
like those.
experiment.
I did like those two episodes explaining why they had no ridges.
Yeah, that was after the introductory episode, right after Broken Bow,
Yeah.
I believe.
No,
Yeah.
no.
That was the season 4 after that was season 4 after I think the before Vulcan arc or after the Vulcan
Was it
arc.
after Zindi? After the Zindi blew up? After the Vulcan. Okay.
That
Oh,
was
that's where
season
it was
4
explained. Okay.
after they
Yeah,
ended
it's been a long. That was season
the
4.
temporal Cold War. Yeah.
Yeah, the Temple Cold War with the Zindi and stuff. Yeah. Okay. Yeah,
Well,
that's the
Mikey,
one.
I
That,
I
like I said.
enjoyed this. I'm gonna have to bow out because my feet are killing me, and I'm gonna have to go put them up lay down on my hospital bed and put them up. My feet are killing me. So
I'm gonna have to
Okay.
bow out, my friend.
Now that's fine because it's ironic you read my mind. I was just about ready to close the stream because I know you got to rest and I got to finish this wonderful lunch. I didn't even get a chance to finish the lunch that
Okay.
Suzanne reheat for me, so I'm going to finish that and try to
All right.
catch you on another stream. So
Okay.
all right, so
Take care.
we'll finish it out. Okay, go ahead, sir, and take care of yourself. I'll see you Saturday.
You
Okay.
too.
All right, buddy. Take care. God bless you. Alrighty. Well, we still have two people watching me in the chat, so thank you so much, guys, for or girls, whoever here, to be watching me. So yes, we're gonna go ahead and close the stream here. But before I do, I just want to once again thank uh, Jay Aldrich for coming into the chat and then becoming a part of the panel today. I also appreciated uh, John DeMarco for being here. Thank you, John. My lovely wife, of course, Suzanne, for contributing and helping us out. Also, Kronos. Thank you, Kronos, for coming. Lemon Pie, of course, who's always a standby, always will be. Gorilla's coming by and saying hello, and Resolute Germ as well. So you guys are all wonderful. You're great people. Like I said, I love you like brothers. I hope you guys have a great stream for Sunday, this coming Sunday with Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. I will be there, so I'll be watching you guys and participating. And I guess, like I said, I'll promote the other two streams I usually frequent is Jet Nerdy, which is run by John DeMarco and Professor Brady Specs, also known as Jeff Franklin. They run that every Saturday night at 9 p.m. It's a wonderful time. If you guys get a chance, check it out because we do 3 rounds of Jeopardy like questionings regarding Star Trek books, animated movie, the animated series, and all the different series as well, and the movies as well. So check that out. And then on Sundays, Professor Brady does with Naomi and T Dowd and Zoe Robinson as captains. They do a question of Trek with 3:30 uh, Central, and on the other one Saturday night that'd be 9 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Central, 1:30 p.m. Sunday Pacific time. So as for myself, uh, I do plan on doing a stream after the 1st of July, because at that point, my lovely wife and I would have seen uh, the fifth Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny, and before that, I think we will go see Flash on her birthday. Uh, and we looked at some of the steaks and we're like, yes, and they're affordable, so so we're gonna have fun there. So we're gonna do that. So I may not be on other people's streams for a while. Like I said, I didn't want to say it, but yeah, it's gonna be a while before I get a chance to come back. But I will, like I said, I will be there for at least for a Gorilla stream on uh, Sunday night. That's going to be at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 o'clock Central, 5 o'clock Pacific. And we're reviewing Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, the 3 of us. So I hope you guys come by and check that out also. So that'll be my next stream that I'll be doing with our friends. And again, one last thing, don't forget Pop, Culture Curator, also known as Ron, his real first name, Ron. Please continue. It's a continuous donation to try to help him any way you can. Any amount is accepted. To help him get to move to Tucson, Arizona, to afford a nice rental vehicle with a trailer, so he can take the rest of his, uh, take the rest of his furniture and everything. And then Jenna, Bill, and Nina are going to help him. And then also the monies that you collect uh, do go towards gas. Also, it'll help with the gas prices and excuse me, try to get them to their place. So with that, thank you so much, everyone, for being here today. Everyone in the chat, everyone that was here with me in the panel. I love my wife, so thank you again, my lovely wife Suzanne, for helping. And until then, everyone.